Damon. Run the start.
Hi and good afternoon and welcome to THFC Tottenham Till I Die with me and Philip. Philip, you're still on mute there. As we do look back at the quarterfinals of the World Cup yesterday and look ahead as we do the Portugal versus Morocco watch along, and then a bit of a build up for the England-France game tonight, which is probably one of the bigger games of the quarterfinals over the last couple of days. Philip, how are you this afternoon, sir? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm grand. I'm still buzzing over the matches last night. Were particularly good, but yeah, today's going to be interesting. I think there might be a shock or two in store.
Yeah,
or a shock
I
or
do.
one anyway.
I do too. I think Morocco's not an easy game as everyone makes them out to be. I mean, how they dealt with Spain was brilliantly. And for me, African football has come on at leaps and bounds since the last World Cup. So, Philip, Craig, quickly on last night. Look, we haven't really been around really a lot on Tottenham. So, pardon me. So, I just want to get your views on the Paratici thing and what's your views on that and all the nonsense surrounding that with Juve, all the board resigning and the chairman resigning, and they were saying now the Romero deal was part of the deal that brought it all down. And what's your thoughts on all of that?
To be honest with you, I haven't even bothered reading it because I think it's probably another load of bullshit. I know that there was an investigation into Paratici before and nothing was found. And as far as I can see, this is the same thing rehashed again. Now, they're blaming Paratici for stuff, it seems. Now, how can Paratici authorise the withholding of 212 million quid of losses? That's the board's job. It's not his. So I think they're just trying to make a scapegoat out of him. And I'm not paying any attention to it really apart from that. Because, you know, it's something like this always comes up during a break in the football. It's just it's not fair. And it's if Paratici hadn't got Tottenham connections, you wouldn't hear a word about it.
No, and you can't blame him. It's Italian football, isn't it? It's corrupt anyway. With Italian football's always been corrupt. You can go back to the '82 World Cup where
it's corrupt as hell. Always has been. Always has been.
Wasn't it that what's his name, Rossi? He was banned for 2 years for match fixing, wasn't he? And then came back and ended up top goal scorer for the World Cup in 1982. So it's always been there.
Yeah, that's right.
So we're going to talk a bit about the games yesterday. We'll talk about the Dutch. We're going to talk about the Dutch and the Argentinian game. I mean, that was some match, I have to say. I mean, the Dutch equaliser with a free kick was something out of this world. It really was. Took everyone by surprise. What was your other thoughts of the game, Philip?
It was the bravest. Well, just to talk about the equaliser, it was the bravest thing I've ever seen in a match. And then 96th minute, whenever it was, you're 2-1 down, and you try a free kick like that, which 9 times out of 10 won't come off. But it absolutely worked for them, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was, it was one of the great moments of the World Cup, to be honest with you. And I wonder will they be trying that in the Premiership now when they get back with the new type of free kick. But it was, apart from that, I mean, I thought Holland were well deserved of their equaliser. They had Argentina completely under their control for long periods of the match, and it was only when Messi did what Messi does best that Argentina got ahead. The pass for the first goal was just pure class, and then to get the penalty. Which is okay. It probably was a penalty, but it was one of those ones you don't know whether it was given or not. But for Holland to come back the way they did, now Argentina relaxed. It took off Christian Romero, who was their best defender last night. I'm not biased; he was their best defender because he was on a booking, and they didn't want him to miss the semi-final by getting sent off. But that's when their problem started. Holland sent blood, sent on Weghorst, the human lamppost. And look what he did. Nearly first touch of the ball, and the ball's in the back of the net. And then to get the goal from that free kick was just amazing. So I think Argentina got their act together in extra time a bit. They were the better team in extra time and probably just about shaded it. But the penalties, again, we've come to the stage now where one team seems to miss their first penalty all the time. And it happened again yesterday with Netherlands, with Van Dijk hitting the post with his. Or was it saved or hit the post? I forget who it was, but
he was saved.
It was a really exciting game now, and I mean, it got so exciting. It was saved. Yeah, we have to feel that during extra time, the American journalist Grant Wall suffered a reaction or whatever happened to him, and he died actually during the game. which apparently was caused an awful uproar in the press box, you know.
Yeah.
And sympathies to him, because apparently it's all over the news this morning about him, and the CNN and everything about it. So it was a great game. Hopefully that it gives Argentina the boost now, because I think everybody romantically, apart from England and France and obviously the two teams today, Portugal and Morocco, they want Messi to win, get the World Cup winners medal, because it's the only one he hasn't got.
Yeah.
And I think he will have deserved it if he gets it, really.
Yeah.
5 World Cups he's played at, I think.
Yeah, for me, it was probably one of the best matches of the World Cup so far. That goal the Dutch scored was the same free kick Argentina took against England in 1998. It's exactly the same sort of idea. For me, I've backed Argentina from the start, Philip. You know I have. So they're my sort of team for the World Cup. Look, 1 defeat in 40 games for Argentina. I mean, the Dutch were coming in with good record themselves, unbeaten, I think, in the last 19. It was a great game. It wasn't a boring game, if you know what I mean. The Brazilian game, which we will get onto, was boring. It was just pure boredom, that game. That game last night was on the edge of your seat.
Most of it, yeah.
And for me, Messi was leaps there. Every time Messi got the ball, he's magic. He really is, and he does deserve to win this World Cup. But for me, they've got some good sides to beat. Yeah, I mean, their semi-final against Croatia is not going to be easy. But look, the Dutch last night were unlucky, but I thought the better side won at the end of the day. We've got 2 commentators, Roy Park. Good afternoon, lads. Hope your boys, hope our boys get to the semis. Want to see a cane brace or a hat trick. Yeah. And then he says, 91st minute, amazing free kick, got me off mistake for sure. Yeah, for definite. It was very good from the Dutch. Philip, I've got a few questions here. Now, do you, and then in the comments as well, please get your answers into who can remember this back this far. Do you think that this Argentinian team reminds you of the 86 team that won the World Cup? For me, it does. For me, there's very much similarities between that team and the 86 team. Messi, they're not the greatest. They're probably technically better than the 86 team for me. But that 86 team was more workmanlike, where this one's more technically better. But again, Messi and Maradona, both of them in each team, stands head and shoulders above the rest of them. I mean, for you, Philip, does it remind you of the 86 team, or do you think the 86 team was better than this side?
I think this Argentinian team, while if you take Messi out of the equation, right, just say Messi isn't playing, where's the flair coming from? Where's the creativity coming from? They don't really have a lot. They have a lot of, they top load that team with good, strong defenders and good ball winning midfielders. They don't really have any they rely almost completely on Messi for the creativity. And your man McAllister from Brighton was there, but he didn't have a great game yesterday.
No.
And then they've got they really don't have the strike force is a little bit dodgy now, to be honest. I think the 86 team was actually better because they had Maradona in his prime, and I just can't remember the name of the players. I just think the 86 team was more creative and more entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
so I think you can never accuse Argentina, except when Messi has the ball, of being entertaining.
No, I mean, you had players like in the 86 team, like Barachuga, I can't pronounce his name. You had Pompidou, the goalkeeper in the 86.
Baristuta.
He came in, Baristuta came in after that, 87, 88, he started making his debut for Argentina. You had players like Rutregi. I can't pronounce some of them, but there's a lot of players there. Even the 78 World Cup winning captain was in that 86 team as a squad player. And he's the only Argentinian player to win 2 World Cups. Which is a stat I only found out the other day. So I'm agree with you, 86 team, I think, are better than this side.
Okay.
So then if Messi won the World Cup, should he be remembered better?
Although if you look at the way Yeah, I think he will be. I mean, I think I know Maradona was a brilliant player, but I think Messi, in my opinion, Lionel Messi is the greatest player of all time. Period. For any club, for any country. I think the fact that he's 37 years of age and he's still going strong, and I think that if you just look at the crowd last night at the match, like normally Holland bring absolutely huge amount of fans with them. They were barely noticeable last night. 1,700 Dutch fans in the ground, as far as I believe, and about 25,000 Argentinians. It looked like the whole of Argentina has moved over to Doha for that World Cup.
Yeah.
You know, it was just the reaction of the crowd, the emotion of the crowd. Of all the teams that are left, they want this. They want this cup, and they want it for one reason: Lionel Messi.
Yeah. I mean, I've got his stats up here, which I'm going to share with you, Philip. I mean, his stats are quite unreal, really. If I can get them up here now. Here we go. Right. I don't know if people can see that. Yeah, they can. I mean, that's his career. This is his club record. Now, of course, he played all these career courses with Barcelona. But if you look from 2008, 2009 up to 2021, he was never his total goals scored.
I'm not seeing that.
Yeah. I mean, it's some record, isn't it? Really.
They're not coming up on the screen. I have nothing up there.
No,
I can't see that actually. It's not coming up for some reason.
Yeah, it's up. It's up here. I think everybody else can see it.
Yeah, my internet is very.
Ronaldo fine thing that happened.
Yeah, I think my internet is weak at the moment. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it.
Yeah,
it's been acting up all morning. So.
Yeah, well, I'll just talk through it. I mean, like,
no, I can't. I can't see it. It's not coming up.
Yeah.
The strength mustn't be.
Yeah, well, from 2008 to 2009, he had 51 appearances and 38 goals, and then through then it's 47 goals. 2009, 10, 11, 53 goals out of 55 appearances. 2012, 73 goals out of 60 appearances. 2012-13, 60 goals, 50 appearances. 2013-14, 46 appearances, 41 goals. 2014-15, 57 appearances, 58 goals. 16, 49 appearances, 41 goals. 17 season, 52, 54 goals. 17-18, 54 appearances, 45 goals. 50 appearances, 18-19 season, 50 appearances, 51 goals. The 19-20, 44 appearances, 31 goals. And then for 2021, his last season at Barcelona, 47 appearances, 38 goals. I mean, his total so far, his career total is 863 appearances, Philip, and 706 league goals. I mean, that's unreal. And then for his international, then I mean,
that's nearly a goal a game.
Yeah, I mean, his international record is something else as well. I mean, this season alone, for this international season, 2022, he scored 15 goals in 12 appearances for his country. I mean, his career total for internationals, right? Yeah. That includes the under-20s and the under-23s. He's had 193 international appearances for his country and 111 goals in total. He's 5 short of getting 100 goals for
incredible
the senior side.
No, the man is.
I mean, Philip, he's unreal, isn't he?
No, the man is a machine. He's just. Yes, yeah. I mean that puts some streets ahead of Maradona. I know Maradona was a great player, but I don't think Maradona's stats will come anywhere near that. You know, there was always this thing about who's the best player, Ronaldo or Messi. Well, I think for a lot of reasons, it's Messi by a mile.
I mean, you look at Ronaldo today. Again, he's benched again, Philip. You wouldn't bench Messi, would you? Messi doesn't do what Ronaldo does. Ronaldo makes.
Well, I'm not surprised when you. No, well, Ronaldo. when Ronaldo throws his toys out of the pram every time something doesn't go right for him, you know, whereas Messi just keeps his counsel to himself and doesn't go public. I think the difference is Ronaldo has an ego and Messi doesn't, and that's probably the best thing I can describe it. You know,
like
and
Messi,
also he doesn't throw a tantrum if he gets dropped.
no, he doesn't.
Not that he ever be dropped, but you know, although the nearest thing that he came to last night was he had a one discussion with the referee at half time, and after the game he said that he said, I can't give out about the referee because they're going to be punished by FIFA. But I think we all believe that was probably the worst refereeing performance of any World Cup I've seen ever last night. The referee lost total control of the game. I'm sure he 17 yellow cards and a red card.
I mean,
incredible.
Before we get to Rob Belcher's comment, and big up Rob Belcher. And listen, just a very quick thing. The GoFundMe page, you know, because we went on last night, is going to be closed tonight at 12 o'clock. We're at €1,009. We're trying to get to €1,300. Now, it will close tonight with the idea of the plan of giving it to the charity next Friday. So, look, you got to tonight. The link is on the YouTube channel. I will put the link into the chat as well. If you can give whatever you can up to midnight tonight, and then it closes, then that's it. It's done. So if you can, and if you have given, and for what you've done so far, we thank you so much indeed, because we're so grateful. Just want to put it there. Look, for me, Philip, you look at Ronaldo. I would love to do a show. Who was better, Maradona or Messi? Because I would love to see their two stats put together. And there was something else. I mean, there's no. I was always sort of on the Ronaldo side for who was better, Messi or Ronaldo. For me, it's Messi all day long because of how he leaves his lifestyle, how he conducts himself in private as well as on the football pitch. Ronaldo is a spoiled child that if he doesn't get his way, he throws his toys out of his pram. And do you know what? For me, he brings too much attention to the Portuguese side. They play better without him than they do when he's in the side for me. And when Messi's not in the Argentinian side, Argentina miss him. There's a difference. Argentina need Messi. Portugal don't need Ronaldo. And that's the difference for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what your thoughts on that, if you agree.
Yeah, that's more. Yeah. I'd say Ronaldo is a divisive character.
Yeah.
Well, I think Ronaldo was a divisive character in the dressing room. Like, I think it happened. Look what happened to Man United when he went there. He causes rifts. He gets involved in cliques in the dressing room, and it's happened at United. It probably happened at Juventus as well. He's now suing Juventus for something like 18 million. It claims that the Juventus owe him. So he's two chances of getting that. By the Juventus finances that. But no, Messi is not a guy. You never hear any scandal about Messi. Okay, there was a bit of a scandal a few years ago when he was brought up for tax evasion. But you know that's probably all footballers are doing that if they can get away with it. But Ronaldo just seems to be wanting publicity all the time, and no matter who he steps his toes on, whose toes he steps on to get it. I just think he's a divisive character who's now been found out, basically, because now that the Portuguese manager is not taking any shit from him, he's standing up to him. He's saying, I run the team, not you, and you'll do what I tell you. And this is what's happened now. He's benched. You know, okay, no, Ronaldo, he'll probably come on tonight and score the winner in the 98th minute or something. But, you know, the fact that he's not starting must be a terrible blow to his ego. Yeah,
must be. Oh, bless him. We'll bless him. I really feel sorry for him. I don't. Right. Last night, Philip, which got just last thing on the Argentinian Dutch game, which I think for me was the best game in the World Cup so far for me. Were the Dutch unlucky, or were Argentina too good?
No, I think the Holland in the first half especially were the better team. They contained Argentina. They kept Messi quiet enough, and they wouldn't. Argentina didn't look a real threat until they scored the goal. Then, of course, they settled down and took over maybe for the last 10 minutes of the half. Holland played very well, and in fact, their substitutions were inspired.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the commentator on RTE saying, you remember Weghorst got booked in the first half, sitting on the bench. He said something to the referee, or for the fourth official, and the referee came over and booked him. And the commentator said, Asher, what's the point? That won't matter. He won't get on the pitch anyway. You know, those words came back to haunt him very quickly. Because not only did Weghorst come on, but he scored with his first touch, and then scored that remarkable equaliser in injury time. You know, so Van Gaal used his substitutions much better. Argentina did not. They took off Romero when they shouldn't have, just because he was on a booking. And after that, the defense really fell apart. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I told you this before, but after the last Argentina match, when Messi got man of the match, he publicly came out and said Romero should have got it. And Romero again last night just shows what a brilliant defender is and how lucky we are to have him. Because his attitude, his tackling, oh my God, if you're tackled by Romero, you stay tackled.
Yeah, you do.
We're blessed to have him.
We are very blessed to have him. Look, for me,
but so when I say the Dutch were lucky, I wouldn't say they were.
Yeah, go on, Philip. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we lost the signal there for a minute. I thought I was going to say there. I don't think the Dutch were a bit unlucky. Argentina, though, I thought after the late equaliser, the Argentinian heads are gone. I thought this is it. The Dutch are going to roll them over now in extra time. But fair dues to Argentina. They did get it together in extra time. They were the better team. They probably should have had a couple of great chances near the end when I think was it Fernandez hit the post. Yeah. And so I think that if you take it really on a not being just a pure footballing basis, Argentina just about deserved it.
Yeah, I think so. And Rob Belsham makes a great comment
and
here.
You'll never see Messi sell his soul to the devil. Piers Morgan.
You never would. Listen, I apologise. There is a bit of a lag between me and Philip. It's just I think
it's bad enough Ronaldo giving that interview.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you hear Philip go quiet, it's not because
just one thing about Piers Morgan there.
Yeah. Sorry, Philip, go
on. Just to say about Piers Morgan, of all people to go and give an interview to, Piers Morgan, who changes his views more than he changes his socks. You know, if he can see a few bob in an interview, he'll become that guy's best fan. Donald Trump being another example. And for you'd never ever see Messi going on a program like that. That was a huge mistake Ronaldo made. It's cost him his job at Manchester United. And it's probably mean he's going to be untouchable for any other club he goes to.
Yeah, I do think that. Well, look, we are gearing up now to the Portugal-Morocco game. Very quickly, Philip, we will touch on the Croatian-Brazil game. What was your thoughts on that game yesterday? For me, look, I mean, a lot of people have said it in the chat. I've said it as well. I was looking forward to an Argentina-Brazil semi-final. I really was. I was just looking forward to the big South American heavyweights meeting, but of course it's not to be. The last time they met was in the second round of the 1990 World Cup. But it's going to be Croatia in the semi-finals for the second World Cup in succession. Brazil, again, on the way home. This has not been the best Brazilian side for me. I think they're just not at it. The last time they won the World Cup was 20 years ago. It'd be 24 years now going into the next World Cup. Can Croatia go all the way, Philip? Can they reach the final? Do you think they can beat Argentina?
Well, you know the old saying that used to be sung out during Jack Charlton's Irish soccer days, you'll never beat the Irish.
Yeah.
I think they could rephrase that. You'll never beat the Croatians. No. That team does not know when they're beaten.
No.
And, I mean, they came back from the dead against Brazil. Now, luckily enough for me, I missed the first half of that game. I was talking to a friend of mine at half time, and I said, what did I miss? And he said, absolutely nothing. So the second half was a little bit better. Now, when Brazil scored, I think we thought, oh, well, here, that's it. You know, Neymar, he did one thing right in the entire match, and I must say it was a very good goal. But I think the guy is so overhyped and so overrated. I mean, I know we compared Ronaldo to Messi. Compare Neymar to Messi. There's no contest. Messi wins hands down. Yeah. Neymar, And also when Neymar went down in my estimations as well, when it came to the penalty shootout, the optimum rule in penalty shootouts is you put your best penalty taker up first to get the ball rolling. Where was Neymar positioned? Number 5 to get the glory for the last kick. And it didn't work out.
No, he didn't.
But I have to say, the Croatian goalkeeper, if we're looking for a goalkeeper to replace Hugo Lloris, I'll tell you one thing, we could do not a lot worse than that guy. He seems to be a brilliant shot stopper. And I think that when Croatia actually, I mean, the Brazilian fans, I think they couldn't leave the stadium for half an hour after the game. They were still in shock. They just could not fathom what had happened to their team, you know. And I mean, I feel, and again, they made substitutions in that match when they thought they had it won, and Richarlison was taken off. That took away their firepower up front, and they paid the price. But I'm a great fan of Croatia. I hope to God they go all the way. I'd love to see it. For a country of 4 million people to win the World Cup, it'd be something else.
Yeah. Look for me, Philip. It is. So I'm just sorting something in the background, right? Look, for me, Brazil were a very poor side. They weren't this great Brazilian side of the past. Look, they're very average, and as I think the Brazilian manager has now resigned as well, so I think Brazil will have to do a lot of soul searching now, for the next World Cup. And it may suit Brazil in the next World Cup being in Mexico and the USA and Canada, because that's where they won their last World Cup, was in the USA. They won it in '94. The last time I think they won it was 2002 in Japan and South Korea. Mm-hmm. So it may suit them. But look, for me, Brazil want Brazil. And Croatia, for me, I think Croatia can reach the final, but I don't know if they can. I'm 50-50 with that semi-final against Argentina. I really am, Philip. I'm sort of that way. There's a part of me saying, they can do it. And there's another part of me saying Messi will take them apart.
But they thought Neymar would take them apart as well, and he didn't. No. They're a very strong defensive team. They'll have a plan worked out for Neymar or for Messi.
What comes to mind to me with that team, Philip, the Croatia team, is like, as you say, Jack Charlton, put them under pressure. That's what they're doing. And going back to, I've been watching a lot of Jack Charlton over the last few days for some reason, watching his old Ireland games. And Croatia are doing what Ireland did back in the 80s and 90s. They're very workmanlike. They very much stick together, but they will put the opponents under pressure, and it will tell in the end.
And as long as you've got a player like Luka Modric, who is defying gravity at this stage, at 37 years of age, still pulling the strings, and our Ivan Perisic having a remarkable World Cup out on the left-hand side there.
He was brilliant last night.
Some of his crossing, I mean, if he can do that when he gets back to the Spurs ground, oh my God, we're in for a treat. We really are.
I think Rob Belcher, I love this comment. He said the referee last night I think he's talking about the referee for the Dutch and the Argentina game.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
The referee last night has a history of wanting the game to be about him. I call him the Ronaldo referee. Did you see that point the Dutch player kicked the ball into the Argentinian bench?
No, it was the other way around. It was the other way around. It was the Argentinian kicked into the Dutch bench.
No, it was the Dutch player kicked it into the. It was a Dutch. Was it?
No,
you are right, Philip. You are right. I was wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. But,
they'll come running out, for fuck's sake.
I'll tell you one thing. Van Dijk was lucky not to get sent off for that. The way he manhandled the Argentinian guy that done it. Yeah. But the thing about the referees, Michael Oliver, referee in the Croatia game, had an absolutely brilliant match. You hardly know he was on the pitch. But then you come to this clown last night, who really literally, I think he's got a website about it. He's all into his own publicity and his own merchandise and everything. He was an absolute clown. Lost control of the match after about 30 minutes. Never got it back. 17 yellow cards and 1 red. He sent off the Inter Milan player for Holland near the end. After the match, because after the final whistle, after the penalties, the Dutch player manhandled them and got a red card. So 17 yellows and 1 red in one match. You know, he weren't even safe sitting in the stands. As somebody said, he was still booking players an hour after the match. And but he will never, ever referee a bit high standard again. That guy is gone. because he was a joke. But no, in FIFA, they'll probably give him the final.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Right. Well, anyway, Philip, we're now going to build up to the Morocco-Portugal game. And look, this is the team now. We think now it's going to start for Portugal. We've got Costa in goal, Delat, Pepe, Diaz. Do you want to read the rest of that team out for me, Philip?
That's Pepe, Diaz, Guerrero, Otavio, Carvalho, Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Ramos, and Felix. And there's a very notable name missing from that team, as you can see. It's number 7, Mr. C. Ronaldo, who is be picking splinters out of his arse on the bench for the whole game with a bit of luck. Got what he deserved, took on the manager and lost. And I can see Ronaldo only coming on in this match if Portugal need him.
Yeah. That's it. And then, Philip, just read out that this is the Morocco side then. Buno in goal. Hakimi, the number 2. Note to Paratici, buy that fella quick. Aguerd, Saiz of Wolves, Mazuri, Unahi, Amrabat is another good player. Amrabat, Amala, Ziyech, the Chelsea player, El Nesri, and Boufal. So not household names, but apart from maybe Ziyech and Boufal, maybe has been heard of before, and Hakimi. Didn't Amrabat play for Tottenham?
Oh, he might have done. Yeah, that's right. He might have been in the youth team way back.
Yeah.
Another one slipped through the net.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. I mean, the goalkeeper Bono. Everyone calls him Bono, right? I mean, after they beat Spain the other night, the RT man kept saying, it's a beautiful world. To me. He kept bringing up U2 songs. It was funny.
I still haven't found what I'm looking for. It'll be the World Cup.
Exactly. Exactly, Philip. Oh, dear.
No.
For an Olden, Pepe's had a great World Cup. He really has.
There was some goal he scored in the last match, a header. Jeez, he went up on a step ladder to get it. It was a brilliant header.
Yeah. Can Morocco do it again?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, I was in a pub in Dublin on Tuesday evening early when the Spanish game was on, and there was a crowd of Spanish lads over in kind of a stag week in Dublin, and of course the noise of them from the back of the bar was hilarious,
Yeah,
you could hear the silence. When Morocco actually won the game, and it ruined the poor lads' night. They're in tears. They really were. They expected, we're just here for the crack. We're going to win this and head on to the nightclub afterwards. None of them, they were drowning the sorrows the whole night. So I can see Morocco doing the same because they have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose.
No.
Whereas Portugal have everything to lose in this one.
Yeah, they did. They did. Look, well, that's the Moroccan side. That's the Portuguese side. Just a question here, Philip. I mean, how do you beat Morocco? And has African football caught up with world football?
Well, you beat Morocco by, let's face it, most teams in the World Cup have better players than Morocco. But this manager that brought in, he's only been brought in quite recently, appears to have the magic touch with them. And what he's done is he's brought maybe a load of average players with a couple of really good ones, and he's instilled the team spirit into them, the never say die attitude. So to beat, you're going to have to outdo their work rate for a start. Now, they're not going to come at you. They're going to sit back against Portugal and hope to hit Portugal on the break, like you did against Spain. Because let's face it, they were very, I won't say boring, but they weren't exactly an easy watch against Spain. No. But they got the job done. So, that's all you can do, even though it did take penalties. African football is catching up. Now, I wouldn't say it's caught up, but it's getting there. The likes of Ghana, who could be quite an attractive team, Senegal, Cameroon are always a good watch, although they didn't make it out of the groups this time. And then now we've got Morocco. Like Morocco could be classed nearly as a European team. They're that close to Europe. They're only across the bay from Spain. So, they're really getting there, and they're getting – look at the amount of good African players that are playing in the Premiership and the big leagues in Europe. They're getting more and more commonplace now. The likes of Mane, Sane, and I can't think of the names here now, but there's a good few of them making inroads into, like Ziyech, who hasn't exactly pulled up trees with Chelsea, but is a very, very good player. I wouldn't mind having him at Tottenham now, to be honest with you.
No, well, I think we've got.
Go on then.
Sorry, Philip. Do you know this arrow about we were talking about thinking he used to play for Tottenham? Well, he never did play for Tottenham. His current club is actually Arsenal, and he's actually on loan. At the moment, well, he's played for Utrecht, fine, or Club Brugge. Then he was on loan at Hellas Verona, which I think is Juventus. Yeah. And then from 2020 onwards, he was at Fiorentina. Now he made 67 appearances for them. Okay. But it says here his current club is Arsenal.
Do you know who we're mixing them up with? Adel Taarabt. Remember Adel Taarabt?
Yeah, that's it.
That's who we're mixing them up with.
Yeah,
he used to play for Spurs, all right.
Yeah.
Now and again. But no, I think, African football will continue to make inroads. I mean, the African Cup of Nations is quite a, very highly competitive competition. And, like our old players, like the likes of Emmanuel Adebayor, they all came through the motions there. So, what it'll take is if Morocco win today and make the semi-final, that will really make people take notice. It will.
It will. Well, look, for me, I don't know. We've got Philo 123 calls. Big up, Philo. Thanks for joining. He says Portugal will have too much from Morocco today. Big up to you both, Coys. Good to see Spurs winning yesterday, by the way. Yeah. We had a good win yesterday. That went under the radar a little bit because of the matches, but
I watched the game.
I know Doherty got 2 goals apparently.
He did, and I'll tell you, it was great to see Kulichevsky back. I mean, the poor Motherwell left back must have thought, get me on the bus back to Glasgow quick, because he skinned them every time. Doherty had a pretty good game, and I'll tell you who also had quite a good game was young Harvey White.
Yeah.
Harvey White was very impressive, as was Brian Hill. Brian Hill played okay too. And Jed Spence. Jed Spence looks a pretty good prospect now from what I saw of him, Okay, the opposition wasn't great. It was pretty poor in all effect. I mean, Spurs could have scored far more, I would have thought, to put the boot down, because they made 9 changes after 70 minutes. The likes of Alfie Devine came on, and this new guy, the new wonder kid they bought from Sheffield United, his name just escapes me. So it was a comfortable win, and but they're playing Nice, I think, on the 21st of December. In a limited capacity game at the stadium. That game yesterday was at the training ground, but another game now against a more competitive opposition will be a good thing for the team. Plus, most of the World Cup guys should be back at that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a few people texting me. They're off to London tonight to watch the England game, and we will get into that game later, and you will get me and Philip's predictions. We were going to do a watch along on that, but I think we decided to do a watch along on the Morocco Spain, the Morocco Portugal game. Tomorrow we will do a post match England France show, and then I think we're going to show I think if I can get it right, we'll show then a golden match afterwards, because we are going to start showing golden internationals on the show now. And Philip's picked up a beauty of a first game for us to show next week. It will be the England-Poland game of 73. Now, Philip, do you want to tell people a little bit about that game? They whet their appetite for that international game, because it was an end of an era in many ways, wasn't it, for that England squad?
Well, it was. If you're of an age that remembers that game, you're probably hiding your head under the couch at this stage, because that game was probably the biggest disappointment and upset there had been in English football since they won the World Cup in 1966. The Polish goalkeeper, who had never been heard of up to that, made, I don't know how many saves he made, but the game probably would have been about 10-0 normally to England. But he saved absolutely everything they could throw at him. His name was Tomaszewski. And Brian Clough, after the game, came out and called him a clown. Well, I'll tell you, he was no clown. He actually had a brilliant game. Poland won that match at Wembley and stopped England from qualifying for the World Cup in 1974. And it was one of the it was an absolute disaster for England, for English football at the time. But I think the aftermath commentary and the press reaction, the public reaction, was probably more entertaining than the match, because any England player that played in that game does not want to remind you of the misses and of the shots that they made. And I'm trying to think, was there any Spurs players in that team at the time? I'm just trying
Martin
to
Shivers was playing.
Martin Shivers. Oh yeah, well, they're poor old Shiv now. But no, it was a low point in English football. Against a team they're expected to beat handsomely and didn't. Yeah. So it's all there to watch next week.
Yeah, and of course, Pete Shilton was in goal for that game as well.
Yeah,
one of his first, and it took him a long time to shift out what happened there. Philo says Harvey White had a great game. Yeah. He says in that 10 role, he played well.
He was playing false number 9. That's the guy, Will Lancashire. He's supposed to be absolutely shit hot, as they say. He's only 17, but he looks the part.
He does. Well, look, Philip, we're getting up now to the Portugal game. We're 10 minutes away from kickoff. Look, what's your predictions for this game? And I will going to stick the banner up here for the games. So, what's your predictions for this game?
My heart would love to see Morocco win it. I'm a romantic at heart. I would love to see Morocco win it and go on and really, say this is the arrival of African football on a really big stage. But I just think Portugal probably might just have too much for them, even without Ronaldo. I think Bruno Fernandes, who I dislike intensely as a player and a person, but I think he's an absolute arsehole. I think he'll be very, very instrumental. That's if he doesn't stop moaning as a referee for every 5 minutes like he normally does. But I think Portugal will probably win it by 2-0.
Yeah. Look, I'm actually going for a shock. I'm actually going to put Morocco to win 1-0.
I hope you're right.
Yeah. I just think they can do it. Your quick thoughts on tonight's game, Philip?
France? Well, I was just saying to you earlier there, and this is no offense to anybody from England that's watching this, but the English press have a habit of really getting up people's noses, and the Sun newspaper has even surpassed themselves, and they're not normally too behind the door when it comes to controversy. But what they've done this weekend in Paris, they've taken over a huge billboard with the Sun banner across the top, a picture of an England player, and it's coming home. And then what they've done is, on the flip side, they've translated that into French. So if that doesn't get up the French players' noses when they see that, it'd be like the French team putting up the same banner in Trafalgar Square in England. There'd be war over it.
I tell you one thing. You say what you want about the Sun newspaper, but you've got to give them credit for what they've did, though. It's fucking genius, though.
Oh, it is. I mean, it is. They don't give a shit either. They'll just go and do it. But I think I'm gonna be. The two things can happen tonight, right? Mbappe will take that England back line to the cleaners, and France will win comfortably. But if they can neutralise Mbappe, whatever way they're going to do it, maybe break his leg in the first 5 minutes. And I think if Mbappe can be neutralised, I think England will win that game. But if Mbappe plays his normal game, I think it's going to be a comfortable win for France.
Look. Me and Mir, right? Bless you, Mir, if you're watching. We have our banter about England and Ireland, and I'm always like, France are going to do this. I have a funny feeling England may win tonight, and I'll say why. Because if they put Kyle Walker on Mbappe, I think Kyle Walker will tie him up in knots.
That's the secret weapon. But he's got to have a bit of backup. He's got to have someone behind him. And my worry there is neither Stones or Maguire have got any pace. So what's he going to do? Is he going to put someone in front of Walker who's got a bit of pace as a holding midfielder, playing out wide to try and double up on Mbappe? We'll see. It's going to be very interesting.
He may put Declan Rice. I know he's a holding player, but he may say to him, "Look, your job is to back up Kyle Walker."
Yeah. We're going to need two players. Because if you looked at the game with Messi yesterday, Messi was double teamed every time he got the ball. At least maybe three of them were around us. England are going to have to do the same. Problem there is they're leaving space elsewhere. Yeah. And then you've got Griezmann and Giroud who can exploit that,
For me, the star of the World Cup for me has been Bellingham. He's been absolutely unreal.
Brilliant.
A lot of people are comparing him to Gascoigne in Italian 90. I don't see. I think Bellingham's a better player than Paul Gascoigne. I think at that age. But look, it's going to be a good game. Look, my heart says France. My head, because of the Spurs players, Harry Kane, and you want the Spurs players to do well. But you never know. They may start with Eric Dyer tonight. So, you never
Well,
know.
I mean, I saw a poll somewhere recently. This Eric Dyer thing has become nearly obsessional with Spurs fans. Like some want him out and some want him in. There was a poll held on one of the websites. Do you think Harry or Eric Dyer should be offered a new contract? And the result was 61% said yes and 39% said no. So,
he's very divisive. Big up Ming Harmlick as well, who's in the chat, joined us. Big up Mark Mick. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Yes,
right, I'm just seeing if this game. Right, they're out in the pitches now,
ready for the 5 minutes to go. Yeah, they're playing the national anthems at the minute. Just looking at that comment from Philo there about Alfie Dorrington. Sanchez made a couple of horrendous mistakes yesterday. He was lucky to get away with it against a team that normally would have buried them. But Dorrington looked okay.
He did. He really did.
Nice to see the two boys in the centre circle tonight. Two Spurs players captain in their teams,
It is. And I think as Tottenham players, some of them have had pretty good World Cups, but look, let's concentrate in this game now, Philip. Look, Morocco against Portugal. Look, I'm going for Morocco 1-0 or 2-0. You're going for Portugal.
I don't want to go for Portugal, if you know what I mean. You
don't have to. You can come on the Moroccan train with me because I
want Morocco to win, but I don't think they will. That's the way I'm going on it.
There's always a surprise team in every World Cup, and this is Morocco's. But look, I just think it would serve Ronaldo right if Morocco beat them.
It would.
And it's like a home game for them. The stadium is literally packed with Morocco fans. Apparently there were 60,000 Argentinian fans in the stadium last night.
Is that many? I knew there was a huge amount of them. A huge amount.
And I say, by looking at the stadium now, I say it's about a good 40, 50,000 Morocco fans in that state. It's like
hard to tell because both their colours are red. So it's kind of hard to tell. Although I see lots of empty seats as well. So another match hasn't sold out.
I don't know if it's a king to have a Morocco or a president. I'm not sure. He paid for the flights to bring all the Moroccan fans over to the game against Spain. And he's done the same tonight. He paid for all the flights over.
That's very good.
I think the Portuguese fans have gone home, I think. I think they don't think they're going to win.
There's Ronaldo getting featured because the camera goes right in on Ronaldo.
Yeah. That new player that scored a hat-trick, he starts again today.
He does,
Philip.
Yeah, that's right. Also Benfica. Yeah.
I must admit, I've missed these watch-alongs. I do enjoy doing them, actually, Philip. They're good crack, especially when you get a good game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to pause at a minute, Philip, so we sync up?
Sure, absolutely. What are they singing the national anthems with you at the moment?
Yeah, they are. They're on the Portuguese. They've gone past Ronaldo, so they're now doing the rest of the Portuguese side.
I think we're 30. I'm 30 seconds ahead of you. I'll stop at 1 minute, and you tell me when you reach 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, just let me know where you stopped, so because I'm watching this on the RTE2 player. So
I'm not watching an RTE. Or I'll stop it at 1 minute. I'll stop at 60 seconds, and then you just tell me, and I'll start again when you get that far.
Yeah.
So
they're just finished the national anthems now. So
they're doing the handshakes now.
Yeah. And then we've got the scoreboard up there for everyone. And we'll have that up there for everyone. And also we'll have it going across the bottom as well on the ticker at the bottom there. And there will be more watch-alongs coming along for the second half of the season. We're going to do as many as we can. We're going to start bringing them in. And also we will be doing golden watch-alongs as well, where we will be doing watch-alongs to our England internationals, old Spurs games. We've got the 84 UEFA Cup final next week we're going to show, and then we're going to show the 81 Cup final. And then we are doing the second half to our Tottenham history. Me and Philip will be taking you through from 1946 to 1974. So we're going to go through our most successful period. Ellie's lady show is back next week. She'll be doing that. And then Ellie will be doing the fan shows every Friday night with Philip as well. And then there's a few shows. We're going to split it up a little bit. We're all going to do a bit. But for the post-match and pre-match, you will see the three of us together for them. But for the rest of them, it'll be either me, Philip, or Philip and Ellie, or me and Ellie, and whatever. So, and then Mia as well will be joining us as well, coming on a few shows as well. So it could be, we're going to break it up a bit, but there's plenty of content going to come up now between now and the end of the season, and we will be a bit different in the summer, Philip, with no World Cup.
Yeah, won't it? Yeah.
So we'll have to re-show the World Cup, and the VAR people is an Argentinian man.
It's an Argentinian referee as well.
Yeah,
Argentinian ref. Well, let's hope he's better than the guy last night, anyway.
Oh Jesus! Anyway, I know. Well, just go through the Portuguese side again there for us, Philip, if you can.
Yeah, it's I've gone by it there now.
I'll get off the screen for you, Philip.
Yeah, it's gone off the screen. Yeah.
It's up on the screen there for you.
Okay, Costa in goal, Dalot. No surprises here at all, really. Pepe, Diaz, Guerrero, Octavio, Carvalho, Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Ramos, and Felix. Ramos being the guy that I'll be watching after the hat trick that he scored. And Felix is a decent player as well. I saw Felix was actually linked with Aston Villa.
He was.
Was a bit above it, a bit below his pay grade now, to be honest. But we'll see. And they're just about to kick off now. It's Morocco playing in white, with a red band across the middle of their shirts, and Portugal in their traditional yellow or purple or red and green. So
yeah, I'm just at the kickoff now, Philip. So if you want to,
they've just kicked off now, right?
Okay, so
what are you showing at the moment?
They're just about to kick off.
Right. Well, I'll stop it at 1 minute, right? And then you can.
Yeah, Grant. I'll let you know when they get there. And of course, Bono in goal. Of course, he's going to be shouting Belfast.
Yeah, the edge is playing centre half.
Yeah, there he is exactly. Right, I've just kicked off here, so we'll wait till we get to a minute there, and then me and Philip will be synced off. Handy if I put on.
I'm telling you wrong here. Sorry, it's who's playing? It's hard to know which colour is which here. Hold
on. I can tell you now. The Moroccans are playing in red shirts, green shorts, red socks, and then Portuguese are playing white tops with a red banner across them. And
I've stopped at 1 minute now.
Okay, Grant, I'm coming up to you now. All playing in all white, apart from the red banner.
Green banner. I thought that was around there from the start, but
yeah. And Portugal on the board here, and I will do. Just really probing each other. And a good kick out there. Right, Philip, I'm on a minute. Hang on 2 seconds. Now. So there we go. We should be linked up. There should be a goal kick to Morocco.
Yeah, it's 1-0. I'm at 1-0, 110. I'm on 111.
I'm at 1. I'm probably second or two behind you, Philip.
I'll stop it for a second. No,
that's it. Fine. Yeah. I'm 118 now.
That's it. Yeah, there we are. The goalkeeper messing around with the ball there.
Yes. Oh Lord! And then
a lot of empty seats at that stadium. There's not a full house by any means. Not yet.
No, anyway. And there will say. I saw a stat the other day, Philip. That the funniest bit for me for the World Cup is, they've said that it was 88,000 attendance in the 76,000 seater stadium.
Well, they've done that a few times. Yeah,
yeah.
They've actually they don't understand maths very much out there. You know, it's they've 10,000 more on the ground than actually it holds, and that's not taking into account the 5,000 empty seats.
Yeah, well, so, I'm not being racist or offensive here, but it's pretty hard to tell when the Qataris are wearing all white. You think it's nobody there until you go close up and you think there's a line in their dress, true. And you think.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm not trying to be offensive here, but
no. I thought they'd hired the guy that does the attendances at the Highbury Stadium, the Arsenal Stadium. You know, they're saying there's 59,000 people there and there's 25,000 empty seats.
Yeah, I do. Honest to God, Philip, it is some crack. But anyway, here's Portugal, and it's gone out for a Portuguese throw in here. I tell you, Philip, have you enjoyed this World Cup more than you thought you would?
I didn't think I would enjoy it as much. Now, there's been a few dud games, a lot of dud games. Now, not what Infantino said, the best World Cup ever, not by a long way.
No.
But he's only saying that to please his masters in Qatar, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's been good. I mean, the game last night will give everybody real appetite for more.
Yeah, it will.
It really will. And I think that if this can be a good match and England France be a good game, we could be setting ourselves up for a very good finale. And that's really all people will remember. Because the World Cup doesn't really start until the group stages are over and the knockouts start.
No.
Because you're jockeying for position up to that, you know. So I think, it's been a good World Cup, but not a great one. Not yet. It may still turn into a great one, depending on what comes in the next. Like all we've got left is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches left.
That's it.
So I think they're still doing third and fourth playoff, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Which is again, nobody wants to play because you've just missed out on a World Cup final place, and you're asked to play again. Oh, great save!
It was a great save. Oh,
yeah, Felix there with a header, and that was was he offside? He might have been offside.
Let's see. Yeah, I think Pepe was offside there. Philip.
They've given the corner, so.
Yeah, well, I thought Pepe was offside there. To be fair.
Well, I don't think he interfered with the play.
No.
But that's ominous for Morocco.
It is. Don't worry. The edge was there to save Bono. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. But it was a fella on RT the other day, Philip. Every 2 minutes, he was getting a U2 word in. It was really
Pat Finland, though?
Huh?
Is it Pat Finland?
No, it was Tony something.
Oh, right. Oh, Tony. I know he's the head sports writer for RTE.
Yeah,
he's actually a Spurs fan.
He is. Yeah. He is. I really hope Morocco. I really do. I love how Morocco plays. Sort of like how Jack Charlton played in the 90s. It really is. Yes. And they set
up
on
the attack now. Number 25 going down.
Go on.
Oh.
Go on. Oh.
I think it's a corner.
It is.
I don't know if it hit the post.
I don't know, Philip. It may have done.
It looked. I think you're a second.
I tell you, Morocco are not here for the. I'm not here to pick up the numbers. I tell you that.
Numbers have got a corner out of it.
Yeah.
Well, header over the bar. Good chance that he was on his own, and he just couldn't get the ball down. He headed it up and over.
You must be ahead of me, Philip.
Now, what timing showing on yours?
5:49.
Oh, Jesus, I'm 20 seconds ahead of you. Hang on, I'll stop. Tell me when you get to 6:20.
Yeah, I will do. I've just seen the header there. Oh, Lord Jesus, that was a good chance. I tell you one thing, Morocco set up Philip with 2 banks of 4. Yeah. And they seem to interchange with one another. It's a very weird system.
Are you at 6:20 yet?
Yeah, I'm at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Right, that's me now.
Yeah, they seem to be...
Right, 2 banks of 4. Yeah, well, that's hard. I mean, Portugal won't be able to play between the lines. Then they're going to keep them fairly well at distance.
But for me, I don't know. This Portuguese side don't look the same. There is a lot of empty seats there, Philip. You are right.
There is, there is, and they're the dear seats as well. They're the expensive ones.
Yeah.
Seats on the halfway line.
For me, Philip, the best supporter. I don't know about the England game tonight. Now, how many England fans will be over there in Doha? But for me, the Argentinians have had the best fans.
Oh, they're the best fans. The best. Although for sheer noise and sheer passion, the Welsh fans were the best. I thought
they were. Yeah. I thought Brazil were very poor. The fans from Brazil were
very quiet. But they seem to think we're just here to see us pick up the cup. Whereas the Argentinians, there's an anxiety about them, and it showed.
I have to say, Philip, and I found this out the other day. There has not been a single arrest at this World Cup.
All right, okay.
It's the first time since 1970 where there hasn't been a single arrest at a World Cup.
They probably just execute them straight away without arresting them.
No, they've actually put it down to no sale of alcohol.
Yeah, well, that could be it,
So maybe every World Cup
The
just
price
ban
of it,
alcohol.
I mean, it's 12 quid for a pint, apparently.
Yeah. Well, apparently there's been Dutch fans mingling with England fans, mingling with with Argentinian fans, and there's not been one iota of problems.
Oh, very good. Well, that's good. That's good.
And it said on TalkSport, and I don't know, you don't watch TalkSport a lot, Philip. And I was watching the Simon Jordan show the other morning, and he was asked by a man who used to work for Sky Sports. His name,
Jim
his
White.
name, Jim Wright. That's it. He said, "Have the England fans redeemed themselves for the European Championships? What happened there?" And I would love to know your thoughts on that, Philip. With no result, do you know, like the Dutch have a problem? The German fans are notorious. England fans have a president that precedes them, and all these top European nations have a minority of troublemakers. Yeah. Do you feel that as a fan base that that the England fans have redeemed themselves, like to be like where they were back in the 1990 World Cup, where they were voted the best sets of fans as long with the Irish at the World Cup? Do you think they've redeemed themselves from 2020?
I don't know. Like, I think there's an awful lot of redemption to be done after the antics last year at Wembley in the European final. They've done a lot to repair their reputation, if you like, but I don't think it'll be fully repaired just based on one tournament, because the chances are the next tournament that's played where there's alcohol freely available, it'll be back to the usual old fighting with each other and creating mayhem. So they've improved their reputation, but I don't think they've redeemed it yet. That will come in an environment where there is drink available, and then we'll see how they behave.
But would you ban alcohol for major tournaments to cut this crap out?
I wouldn't. And I don't drink, as you know, but I think football and beer kind of go together, like chalk and cheese. They're like Tom and Jerry. It's kind of a you see from the Spurs games, the crack there is before the match. The bars are full at the game. It's just the culture that there is. Beer and football. That's just the way it is. But so barring it, I don't think would have any great effect. In fact, it might have the opposite effect. Yeah. Whereas I know in Qatar, the English fans are going to behave themselves because they know the reaction is going to be. There's no tolerance given. Yeah. If you were saying Paris or Holland with no beer, they'd probably be start fighting with each other to pass the time. Yeah.
We've got Carl Simpson here. Good afternoon, Dermot and Philip, the fan club curators of Ireland. I love that. Curator loves the England national team.
Yeah, right. Carry on.
We are bringing it home for you.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
If you say so, Carl.
Yeah. Look, I have to be very careful because a lot of people think I'm anti-English. I am really not. I like the banter of England when England are playing. If England played well, I'll be the first one to come out and say, look, you played well. But I just like the banter. Me and Mir have a lot of banter between the pair of us. So big up to Mir if you're watching. And big up to you, Carl, as well.
My thing on the England team is I love to see Harry Kane pick up that World Cup trophy. And that's not because I want England to win it. I want Harry Kane to get something.
Yeah.
This thing about Harry Kane not having any trophies and whatever. What way to start by picking up the World Cup? It would be fantastic for him.
He'd be contented with that, I think, if he won the World Cup.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. But it would drive him on. Harry's a very determined young lad. It would drive him on for greater things, and we might reap the benefit of it in the coming season,
But there is...
most people are scared of England winning the Cup. It's not so much the fact they win the Cup. It's the hype and the media reaction is going to be overbearing. I mean, that's the biggest problem.
That is, yeah. Like, you never hear the end of it. Look, it's nothing against the England team.
No. I mean, Southgate's done a good job with that team. But it's just
that's my next question for you, Philip. You look at the Portuguese manager. He's been there for a long time. Portugal with a free kick here.
Oh, it's a chance. Oh, that could go anywhere. That's clear.
It's going around the penalty area like a pinball machine.
No, I see that wide. That's going wide.
That well wide.
Well, I might get it.
Going out. Oh, is he going to get it? Or no, it's going out for a goal kick.
Good bit of pressure there from Portugal.
Yeah, it was. It was a great set. Look, Philip, you look at the Portuguese manager. He's been in there for a long while. You look at Gareth Southgate. He's been there for a while now. Spain now have appointed their under-21 manager as their new manager. And he quit. Look, do you think if you leave an international manager in there long enough, he will come good in the end? Or do you feel it has to be done by tournament sort of thing?
Well, if you look at the attrition rate of this tournament so far, the Belgian manager is gone.
Yeah.
The German manager doesn't know it yet, but he's gone.
Oh, he freaking has gone.
The Spanish manager is gone. The Brazilian manager is gone. Like, it's got to be a stage where teams that were expected to be successful in this tournament and haven't delivered, the reaction is the manager's gone. Now, I have no doubt that if Portugal lose this game tonight, he'll be gone as well. And if England lose to France tonight, well, Southgate was the best thing since sliced bread this morning. He'll be on the chopping block tonight if they lose.
Yeah.
It's just there's a very short memory span for these guys that write the headlines. And they'll want a new manager in if Southgate doesn't deliver. They'll say he's had long enough. He's had this, that, and the other. So, it's tough on him. I think he's done a good enough job now. I don't particularly like the style of football he plays. No. I think he's too defensive. With the players he's got, he should let that team, let them rip. Let them at it. Because they've got the likes of Bellingham. They've got Sterling, Kane, Foden. I mean, that's enough to rip any team apart if he let them have their head. But he doesn't.
Yeah. No. We've got another here for Carl Simpson. We are bringing it home for Ireland. Declan Rice and Jack Grealish said they have it sorted. Yeah. Traitors. The pair of them are fucking traitors. The pair of them.
They should be playing for us against Armenia.
Yeah. And then he said, sorry, gents, couldn't resist that. Your grand Carl. It's all in good banter. I'd say I love the banter. That's what I love about England, Ireland. I love the banter. You're a bit up there, Philip. Stick a light on for yourself.
Put a bit of light on, yeah.
You look a bit like you're sitting in the morning because England are playing tonight. You've gone into the morning.
No, it's actually very foggy and dark here at the moment.
Yeah, it is here. It is here. But anyway, 15 minutes gone here. Portugal 0, Morocco 0, and Portugal on the attack. I'll just be back in 1 minute, Philip. If you want to carry on for a minute there, I'll be back in a minute there.
It's both teams sounding each other out here. Portugal are the more offensively minded one. They seem to be taking the game to Morocco. But Morocco will probably try and hit them on the break as they did against Spain. But it's no major panic so far at either end. And still, it is hard to see whether those are empty seats or guys sitting there in white robes. You need to get a close-up of that. And Spain building again from the halfway line. A bit cagey, this. They're tapping it around in their own half here. Still. Now the long ball over the top, looking for. Didn't control that. That's that new guy. This guy that scored the hat trick the other night there. Couldn't control the ball, thrown in over the top of his shoulder. And Morocco clear. Morocco trying to build from inside their own half, but there's nobody making runs for them up front. Now they've lost the ball. Again, Portugal have it back. And Morocco cleared it. Now there's a chance for Morocco on the break, and they've lost the ball. And there's a massive red behind that goal to the left. Now, I'm not quite sure whether they're Portuguese or Moroccan fans because both of them play in red. I think they're Portuguese fans. Now Portugal on the attack, robbed the ball there on 25 yards out. And Morocco cleared. And they're on the break now, going over the halfway line. Ziyech on the ball. As a shot, but he's dragged it wide. That's the first real shot on target in anger from Morocco. Hakim Ziyech cutting in from the right there, but dragged the shot about 3 yards wide. A little bit of attacking intent there from them. Now Portugal building from the back. The 2 banks of 4 there, very solid. Pepe on the ball. Seems to be everlasting, one of the elder statesmen of the game, along with Messi and Ronaldo and in his late 30s. Portugal just tapping the ball around on the halfway line here, not making any progress at all. Let's go backwards again now. Very cagey stuff. There's no one's taking any chances. And Morocco trying to build it away, and they're fouled over the left-hand side. Breaking the play here. Now Portugal have it back in the centre circle, and Morocco back. Robs it back again. Ronaldo must be wondering if he'll ever get on this team. I don't think he's on the manager's Christmas card list, that's for sure. And there's a good chance for Morocco to spread it wide. Out to the right. And Ziyech here with a chance to cross it on his left foot. Comes back inside. Good cross, but the goalkeeper takes it. Is Morocco starting to show a little bit of intent here? They have to rob on the ball now for Portugal. Ziyech again. He get the ball across and he wins a corner. Which Ziyech's going to take? Ziyech with a corner, low trajectory, and headed out for another one. Ziyech to take it again. Gone short this time and takes the ball back. A nice ball inside. And Portuguese guy eases Buffal out of the way, and it's a goal kick to Portugal. Long ball out to the left-hand side, kept in by Felix, I think, and it's a corner for Portugal. No, it's a throw-in, actually. Raphael to take it, looking around for someone to move, and there's nobody moving. Crossed over, and the goalkeeper. Oh, great take by the keeper there. And he's after clocking Bruno Fernandes. A great take. It was a great cross. Really well taken by the goalkeeper.
Sorry there, Philip.
Yeah, Fernandes came in very hard on the goalkeeper there. Morocco had a couple of shots there since she left there, but nothing too serious.
Yeah. Oh dear. There's still away. I'm 23, 30, 40. You ran that time?
23:40.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few seconds out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those white sheets, white empty seats, actually are sheiks. They're probably home from milking their camels, you know, so they made it back to the match in time. I know there's only 24 minutes gone on this, but it's got the makings of extra time and penalties written all over it.
I think it has to be fair. I think it really does.
Portugal are probably the better team so far. They've produced nothing really, any great danger to Morocco, and likewise, Morocco haven't done anything at the other end. A couple of tame shots.
I think after yesterday's games, I think I think today's games might be a little bit less.
I think the France England will be controversy in that now, but this one might be a little bit quieter. Free kick to Morocco in a dangerous position here now.
I see that. Yep. Let's see what they can do. I saw the red 7. I thought Ronaldo had come on, but the Portugal playing in white.
Yeah, not yet. Now Ziyech, is he going to take it?
Yeah.
It's too far out for a shot.
Nothing would put past me them to win it. Him to have a crack. He is, you know.
Good effort now. Nice move.
It was. If he had that on target now.
Header on target.
Oh, it came off the back of
Actually,
his head.
It came off his shoulder, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Well, no, it came off the side of his head. He wasn't really looking where the ball was going.
No.
I'll just be back in a sec. I'm just going to get a drink.
Yeah, you're fine there, Philip. Portugal here on the ball, back with Morocco again. And it goes all the way back to the Moroccan goalkeeper, Bono. Passes it out to the edge, as we like to say. And back to the Moroccan goalkeeper again. And they're just really playing it around from the back, really. Not doing a lot. Portugal are pressing. And he gets it out, and it's gone out for a Portuguese throw-in. Well, 26 minutes gone. I think Portugal it's been quite an even game. Nothing too even from both sides. I think they're just poking at each other. I think Morocco have had more of the better chances, I think, than Portugal. But here's Portugal on the attack now. And they're just really just passing it around the back, really. Not doing anything. If you're just joining us, Ronaldo is on the bench again for the second match running. So fair play to the Portuguese manager for having a bit of balls and putting them on the bench. And really all the way back to the keeper, to Costa. But a lot of empty seats around this stadium. I wouldn't say it's half, or it's just over half full. A lot of empty seats. And here's Portugal now, just building up slowly in the Moroccan half. All well taken from the Moroccan player. Unlucky. And again, back with Bruno Fernandes now. The defensive line breaks. Bruno Fernandes has had 4, and then there's been 2 1 each for Morocco. So Fernandes seems to be doing the better defensive line breaks for Portugal. He's on the break. Fernandes runs with it And back now with Pepe. Pepe now back to Fernandes. Fernandes spins it wide now. What can he do? Portugal just passing it around here. Very comfortable on the ball.
I don't need to sound, I can listen to you.
Here comes Pepe again. And Portugal here just passing it around. Fernandes now. What can he do? Oh, no. Back with Portugal again. Portugal probing. Portugal.
Oh, he's on the bench.
And it's gone out for a Moroccan goal kick. Well, thank you for joining us. The top of your head. Now we're seeing your ceiling. You've got nice lights up there, Ellie. Oh, Ellie's gone again. Ellie did come and she went. Big up Welsh girl. She says, big up Dermatron and the Godfather. Big up Welsh girl. And then Carl Simpson saying, what the hell, don't my kids know? I'm busy. Football today. I'm not looking after them. Be back shortly. Oh, no, Carl, you make me laugh. Anyway, haven't missed much. It's coming up to a half an hour gone. Morocco 0, Portugal 0. And here's Bono with a goal kick. And I cannot think of any U2 references that RTE have not shown already, used already. Yeah, that's been used already. And it's gone out for a Moroccan. But look for me, I think Morocco have been the better side. I think they're frustrating Portugal. I think Portugal are a better side without Ronaldo. But I think Morocco are just frustrating them. And do you know, I've tipped for a Morocco win. Philip's gone for a Portugal win, but saying that, here's Portugal on the ball.
Yeah, I think Morocco. They're not going to take any chances. Maybe until the last 5 minutes of the game, if they're still in it, and they might throw a few men forward. But that's a good clearance.
Yeah.
Oh,
here is Ellie.
Oh, that was very close.
It was
deflected over the bar. I wonder was it going in on the first attempt.
Do you know what? I think it was, Philip.
That was going in.
And that's from
that was
going in.
Away from the keeper. That
that's
was
from
in.
Felix. Felix there. It came off from the Morocco back there.
That was in the back of the net only for the deflection.
Yeah. Pepe's up for this corner for Portugal. Morocco. Fernandes on the ball. Will he whip it in, do you think, Philip?
No, go short.
Yeah. Offside. Is it given offside or?
No, take it again. I think he's making them take it again.
Yeah, I think so. The referee hasn't been too bad, Philip, to be fair.
No, well, Fernandes hasn't had a moan at him yet, so he must be doing something right.
Yeah. There we go. Part 2. Oh, it's gone out again. Morocco. Every time I see that number 7, I think of Ronaldo on the Moroccan side, but that's twice he's caught me out now. But look how Morocco has set up, Philip. They set up very much they attack together, but they sort of defend together too, if you know what I mean.
Well, 2 banks of 4. That's probably what they're maybe even 5 across the middle there.
I think it might be. I think they might be playing a 4-5-1 and just leaving one up
front. Playing 3 centre backs and 2 boys on joining in with them, but it's a defensive setup, and it's up to Portugal to break it down, and they haven't done it yet after half an hour or more.
Yeah. And here's Fernandes now. Whips it in. That's too far. Out for a goal kick. I don't know why they put the thumbs up when he fucks up a ball like that, you know. It's like saying, well done, you fucked it up.
Well done, you tried.
Yeah.
And there's a Portuguese fan looking quite dejected and a Moroccan fan looking excited.
I don't know which is which, really. The same colours. You know.
Yeah, they are. I don't know. Ellie did join us. Ellie's left. Ellie's came in twice and left twice. Here's Morocco now. Pepe back to Costa now, the Portuguese goalkeeper. Ooh, nearly. Ooh. I think this has got penalties written all over it, Philip, to be fair.
I think so.
I think we're in for the long
shot. Go straight to penalties.
Go by yesterday's match.
And here's Morocco. Is that Zenek? Zenek?
Yeah, Ziyech.
Yeah. I tell you, Morocco have been a surprise package, Philip, at this World Cup.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone expected them to get this far. You know? I think Senegal might have been predicted from the African sides to go furthest, but no, they've done well.
Yeah, here comes, and it's back now with Portugal. Heads it out. Oh, and Portugal banging up the field.
Banging, hoofing the ball up the pitch now.
I tell you, there's a lot of Route 1. I've had a lot of these teams taking the rule book out of Jack Charlton's how we played in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I tell you one thing, though. Jack Charlton was the first man to bring pressing into football, and nobody actually realised it back then. What we're actually playing now, how the island played in the 80s and 90s, and that's how football's played now.
That's it. That's a good move by Morocco now to the left. Chance.
Oh,
another one of these hooks over the bar when he should have kept it down. That was a great chance.
It was a
Best
great
chance of the match.
If he was playing Gaelic football, Philip, that would have been a point.
He's got a point anyway for it.
Yeah, he's
Look
got
at
a
that.
point.
He's not even
Fair play
marked.
to him. Oh,
He's not
Jesus.
marked. Leaning back.
What a chance. Yeah, if everyone doesn't get that reference, over here in Ireland, we have Gaelic football in hurling, and if you knock it over the bar, it's a point, and you get 3 points for a goal. So maybe you should bring that into football.
Yeah,
Make it a bit more interesting.
That would mean Sanchez would be our top scorer.
Yeah. That would have been funny.
With a jinking by. Oh, good shot. Nice bit of jinking there by Buffalo.
Pardon me.
They're showing a bit more now, the Moroccans.
They are. Welsh girls, but big up Welsh girl. She says, I'm glad that Portuguese manager told Ronaldo to grab a seat. Yeah. That is for sure. That is for sure.
And that's where he's going to be for the rest of the match with a bit of luck.
It is. It better have a hot water bottle to warm his plastic ass, I think, or something like that.
It might melt.
It might do something, Philip.
Plastic surgery.
That's the point I was making. That's what I was.
Yeah, Morocco is seeing a good bit of the ball now. That's nice. Very nice. Free kick. I should be a booking for that. What happened there?
Yeah, so Ronaldo there will be, warming his ego and his backside. Fair play to him. That's what I was saying to you, Philip. Messi. You look at Messi, no problems. He comes on, he plays for the team, he loves his country, and he lives he's lived the same way all his life. You look at Ronaldo. He's just an overgrown prima donna.
That's it.
I mean, even Maradona, for all his faults. I mean, to be fair to him, Philip, all Maradona's faults, he loved his country though, and you can never really say he didn't, because he did.
Yeah, he just got a bit fond of the nose candy.
He did. I mean, him and Escobar must have been great mates back in the day.
Probably best customers.
Probably was his best customer, to be fair.
Probably the goal. Oh, that's a great ball.
Oh, go on. Oh, well done by Costa. If you hear anything in the background, it's my fiance giving her her footballing knowledge. She doesn't really watch football, but she's great crack though.
Who's in the white?
Portugal's in the white and Morocco in the red. She never watched football till she met me. Now she's a big Spurs fan.
Since the 80s,
not since the 80s. So if you hear my co-commentator in the background, that's my fiance. So just to let everyone know.
That's all right. Behind every good man,
Oh, that's true. Is this Ellie trying to come back in again to us now? I mean, we're seeing a lot of pictures of Ellie ceiling. And
Is there chance? Oh, referee. What's he done? Is that Fernandez going down again?
yeah, it is. Yeah, he's probably picked his nose or something. He's picked it the wrong way.
No, it's not. No, somebody else. But Morocco were away there,
Yeah,
and he brought it back.
Ellie,
Let's see what-
can you hear us, Ellie?
out.
Are you
He
there?
put his arm back.
You did, yeah.
Oh, that's a pity.
I don't know if Ellie can hear us or she's on mute or Ellie. Anyway, Ellie's down the bottom. Ellie will speak when Ellie's with us. Here comes Portugal. Or out from Morocco again. I tell you one thing, Philip, the Edge is playing very well at the back, isn't he?
He is actually, yeah.
Yeah, fair play to
Oh,
him.
chance blasted over. That was a good
You
chance
know.
as well.
I think the Moroccan goalkeeper was he's in the middle of writing Joshua's tree. I think that's what he's doing at the back at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think of ones to get in for the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Well,
If anyone else in the chat can actually put in the comments something, because the goalkeeper's called Bono. So we're looking for YouTube references. So any YouTube references, get them in the chat. We'll bring the best one.
I'm not a real YouTube fan, so I don't even think of their songs.
The Unforgettable Fire.
Yeah.
And then
Anyway, here's Portugal on the attack.
Lemon was another album.
And they're playing around here, Portugal. Oh, well, stop there. Go on, Morocco. That's a free kick. That's a free kick there.
Zero.
Do you notice when players go down after free kicks now, there's no such thing as getting up. They have to have the 3 or 4 rolls and theatrical screaming, and it's just ridiculous.
I was thinking at one point, Philip, they should have a fella. You know that I don't watch Strictly Come Dancing, but they know they have the scores at the end of the dances, right?
Yeah,
they should have a fella on the side of the pitch, right? Out of 10 for how many rolls you get, like an Olympic Games sort of thing. It's quite funny.
Technical merit.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Technical merit. How much did you con the ref? Give him a score for that.
I tell you, I love the Moroccan fans that bouncing around there like they're at a concert.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be some fun in Morocco tonight now if they win. I believe it was chaos last Tuesday night.
Did you see the Croatian fans last night? Shamu sent me a clip of Croatian fans celebrating last night.
Oh, I saw it in Zagreb. They went mad. I think that was the overhead shot of the drone looking down on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that was after the penalty shootout.
I'd say so. But, look, we're 5 minutes away from halftime. It's still Morocco 0, Portugal 0. The most boringest match I think I've ever watched in my life.
It's on the snoozometer. It's scoring quite highly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's only for your company, Philip, to be fair, that I haven't fallen asleep. To be fair. I would have dozed off for about 20 minutes. I think it's absolutely awful. I must admit, I did a watch along with the South Korea Uruguay game. And that was bad. But this is twice as bad.
Who scored, Dermot?
Who scored?
Morocco.
All right, apparently Morocco have just scored.
Are you watching the match at all?
Yeah, would you?
We're behind. Here it comes.
The ones in red.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yeah.
The goalkeeper. That's brilliant. The goalkeeper didn't get the ball and they scored. See, we're about a minute behind, or a minute and a half behind here.
Yeah. We're a minute behind you. So just shout.
Sorry.
Yeah, as my co-commentator, Morocco have just scored. What a goal!
Great header,
absolute brilliant header. Absolute brilliant.
Well, I suppose VAR will be looking for reasons to disallow it.
Oh yeah, it will be. It will be.
It wasn't a header. It was.
Let me see now. The boy on the left looks close to be offside. No, he's back in. He's onside now. Let's see, cross call. Oh, no, nothing wrong with that. Oh, that's a great goal. That's just bad goalkeeping. The goalie came for the ball, no chance of getting it. Great leap. That's a brilliant goal.
It's the fucking World Cup.
Ronaldo's not pleased. Oh, very good. That's delighted for them now. That will bring Portugal out now. Dermot, your win is on.
Yeah, it was a good goal, to be fair, Philip.
Well, it wasn't a very good goal. So your upset is on the cards now. That'll draw them out.
It will. It have to draw them out. It's funny that we're watching it on the RTE player, and it's on the telly, and they seem to be a minute and a half ahead of us for some reason.
It will be because I've stopped mine. I've stopped mine to bring it back to the RTE player.
Yeah.
Timings.
The RTE player is absolutely useless sometimes.
Yeah, it can freeze a lot. I don't use it that much for this.
And the referee's saying there, look, I want a ball. Look, I want a burger. I want that big of a burger. If you win, you're going to give me that big of a burger.
No, it's kebab. It's kebab.
Is it kebab? That's what he's asking for. Oh, fair enough, yeah. The referee's looking for a kebab. Anyway, all the Moroccan fans in Madagascar, not in Madagascar, where's the capital of Morocco?
Rabat, I think it's Rabat.
Yeah, they'll be celebrating now. Fair play to their king or their president. He paid for all the flights over for the Moroccan fans.
Probably hired a plane off Ryanair or something.
You couldn't see Michal Martin doing that for us over here, could he? He'd probably charge us then.
Yeah. Only thing is, he probably didn't pay for the hotel bills. That would cost a fortune.
Yeah. Right, you can imagine Ryanair saying, here, we're
he hit the bar!
Oh, Jesus.
Bloody hell, that was a hit and hope shot. That was a brilliant effort.
Fucking hell.
Oh.
That hit the crossbar.
From Portugal nearly equalised.
They did. It still makes me laugh, Philip. They still got the Budweiser advertising on the ball when they can't sell alcohol.
I know.
I tell you, Budweiser must have made a bloody fortune on that.
Yeah, but they've lost a fortune too, and they've lost all the sales from the matches. That's going to cost them a lot as well. I think they'll probably claim it back off FIFA now.
They will do. They'll make it up the next World Cup in America, and Mexico and Canada. Here comes Portugal. Oh, what a good move from Portugal. Oh. How many minutes it's gone up, Philip?
2 minutes extra time.
2 minutes. Last night, 10 minutes. Jesus, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where he got that from. I don't know where he got that from. Mind you, he kept showing the watch to the goalkeeper for time wasting and that. So
he did. Anyway, Portugal now 1-0 down. They'll have to change it. There's a player down in the penalty area. And it is who's gone down? It's
back on would there be a penalty review for that? The amount of
there will be a penalty for that.
Oh, he pushed him over again. Oh, God.
I don't think he meant to do that, to be fair, Philip. He was trying to help him up. Oh, that was a good. But there will be a penalty review where VAR look at that. They'll have to.
Fernandez had that shot to hit the bar.
Jesus, that was a good shot. No, the keeper, Bono, beaten completely. No, VAR, they've not done anything. Now.
Oh, that's another one.
Is he given a penalty?
No, he hasn't. He says he's looking at that one as well.
They will be looking at that. Mind you, the Argentinian who's doing the VAR probably wants Portugal to go out, to be fair.
Probably.
they probably think we want Morocco in the final. I tell you what, the Portuguese are just falling over. To be fair, Philip, come on.
Oh, yeah, good. That's what they do. Here's a chance. Oh, look at this. Not for a break. 3-on-2.
Go on. There's 4-on-3 here. Oh, go on. Go on.
No, put it wide. What a chance.
Oh, put it wide. You bollocks. There was 4-on-3 there at one point.
Oh, he's nowhere. No, he's 4 yards wide.
Yes.
Oh, for God's sake.
Jeez. Oh, then he got the copper there, and they hit the copper's head. That was a dive. That was a 4-on-2 dive.
Look who it is. Fernandez. What do you expect?
He's probably taking tips off Ronaldo.
He's taking tips off the guy that won the Olympic gold medal at diving.
There's a bit of an argument on the touchline there, Philip. The Portuguese manager and the assistant manager are having to go at the fourth official.
All right, okay.
And then you need eyes in your back of your head in this game.
But they're all surrounding the referee now, looking for that penalty.
Half time here.
Look who's leading the charge, Mr. Moaning Minnie himself. Jeez, that fella. I'll tell you that for the minute he was born, he's probably complaining to his mother that there wasn't something wrong with the birth or something. He's an awful moron.
Anyway, look, It's halftime. It's Portugal 0, Morocco 1. Oh my God! And I said to you, Philip, Morocco will win it. And at the moment,
well, my score 2-0 to Portugal out the door anyway. So
yeah,
I think you've got every chance, because I'll tell you one thing now: if Portugal push forward, Morocco will do what they did against Spain, pick them off on the break.
Yeah,
it could get very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if Ellie can hear us, or she's just in the back for the crack, or she's just there. I don't know. I'll leave her in anyway. But look, Philip, that first half, what do you reckon of it? I mean, what a first half.
But I mean, when you get to this stage of a competition, you're not going to go gung-ho and throw caution to the wind, because you're going to get picked off. It's always going to be cautious. It's up to the better teams, or the supposedly better teams, to break through the lesser teams, and that has not happened here. Portugal have been huffing and puffing, but it's in Morocco, for anything, have created the best chances. Even though Fernandez did hit the bar with a long speculative shot near the end there. So Morocco will be more than happy with that. More than happy.
Philip, look, for me, I think Morocco have been a better side than that first time.
They've looked good. They've looked good on the break. They really have, and solid, very solid defensively.
I mean, Hasper TV saying, he makes a very good point, and I actually do agree with him. He says people have been sleeping on Morocco. Very organised, and their front three are so dangerous. For me, Morocco are the surprise package of this World Cup.
They have.
Where do you go from second half? If you're the Portuguese manager, Philip, what do you do? Do you bring on the moaning Mini?
You're hoping you don't have to. You're bringing on the second moaning Mini. He already has one on the pitch. Do you wait 20 minutes and then bring Ronaldo on? I think that's probably what will happen. I hope his ideal scenario would be Portugal go into the lead. We don't need to bring Ronaldo on. Don't bring the publicity of it. His worst nightmare and his best nightmare would be Ronaldo comes on, equalises, scores a winning goal. Then everybody's happy. But I don't know. I think Morocco. If I take a bet on it, Morocco will probably score again before Portugal do.
I think so. I can see Portugal scoring again. Look, Morocco scoring again. Look, for me, Portugal are not this great side everyone thinks they are, and it's showing to me.
They've potentially got a very good attack.
Yeah,
but like a lot of teams, they're not fulfilling their potential here today.
No.
And they might come good in the second half, but I'll tell you, it'd be a huge boost for football in the lesser known countries, Morocco, to get through. And set up a semi-final against France or England. That's incredible for them.
Yeah, it is. Look, for me, can you imagine Morocco and England semi-final?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the point I'm saying. If England win tonight, whoever wins tonight, France or England, they're guaranteed the final.
Well, you think so, but I mean, then again, Portugal probably thought they were guaranteed the semi-final. Now they still may well make it, but it just shows you can take nothing for granted in this game at all.
No,
there's no easy match. It's like the Premiership. There are no easy matches.
No,
a match might look easy on paper, but a match was never won on paper. It's won on the pitch.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't, Philip. Never was. Look, what's your hope for the second half? Do you think more of the same from Morocco? Just keep doing
I'd say probably have more of the same. Morocco will sit back and try, and Portugal will have to commit more men forward. And Morocco will try and pick them off on the break. And if Morocco go 2-0 up, I can't see Portugal coming back.
No,
I can't see them doing the Dutch coming back from 2-0 down, to be honest with you.
No, I can't. To be fair, I think Portugal have been very disappointed. Absolutely disappointing. Their diving is atrocious. I mean, for God's sake, what do you think they are? They're in the circus or something. I mean, they're diving.
They're training for the Olympic diving competition, and everything.
I mean, to be fair, Philip, there hasn't been a lot of this simulation or diving in this World Cup. A lot of, because of VAR. Well, if players going to start doing it,
there was one last night which I thought deserved a booking and didn't get it. I can't remember who it was. I think it was one of the Dutch players. But look at that. But no, I suppose it's not been. I think they've all been warned anyway. What's going to happen if they do? So.
Well, the last night the referee. I mean, Carl Simpson says, if we beat France tonight, I'm telling you, we will win the World Cup. And we will win the World Cup because of the boost of beating the world champions. We'll be out the World Cup. Look, England have never beaten the world champions in the World Cup, in any World Cup. So I think tonight it's your chance. If you beat France, you will reach the final, because I think you will beat Morocco or Portugal.
But if you come up against the Argentinian factor in the final, that's going to be huge. Let's face it, the whole world will want Argentina to win that, bar England.
Yeah. To be fair, Argentina, England, that's always a massive game anyway. Yeah. You can go all the way back to 86. You can go all the way back to, basically, if you want to bring it into the Falklands War as well. I mean, that would always have...
you can go back even further than that. I remember when I was a kid, in the 1966 World Cup, Argentina played England at Wembley. Yeah. And the captain was a guy called Rattan, and he was sent off.
Yeah.
And Alf Ramsey called them animals after that game. And that has never, ever been forgotten in Argentina.
No.
So it'll still be there if England play Argentina. That will come up again. Now, right enough, he was dead right to call them animals, because they were. But you know what? They're still very hurt by that comment in Argentina. And
they are. And I mean, Carl Simpson says, "Oh man, Argentina versus England would be an amazing." I mean,
it could well be that. It could well be it.
I mean, for FIFA, if FIFA wanted a top World Cup final, there it is. There's your World Cup final. Yeah. A France-Argentina final. I don't think that would. I don't think that would have the same ring to it as an Argentina-England final. No. To be fair, because of what happened.
Do you know what you could have? You could have a Croatia-Morocco final either.
That would be bad, actually.
It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah. Argentina. I've just got this sneaking feeling tonight England are going to beat France. I mean, look, I'm not England's biggest fan, to be fair, and but I just think with Hugo in goal, we know how dodgy he can be, and I think with Bellingham, the way he's playing, the way that England played in that second half against who did they beat in the last round?
Wales and
not Wales.
Not
who
Wales.
did they beat in the second round? Was it Ecuador?
No. Who the hell did England beat? Jesus, you've seen some other matches, I don't even remember.
It shows how much we follow the England World Cup team. We don't even know who they beat. Carl Simpson says, "I would sell my wife and kids to get there for an England-Argentina final."
No,
Oh, you're bad, man. You're something else. Hello, Ellie, are you there? Ellie keeps jumping in and out and not saying anything.
Yeah.
Carl Simpson with a big up Dave. Big up the Irish Hotspur. This is big up.
Yeah, England beat.
That's it. I can hear them now. So I'm going to go on this. Don't worry about my phone. I'll sort that out another day. All right. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Welcome to hang on, Ellie. Welcome to Morocco National Customer Service Line. How may we help you?
Yeah. Can I have Hakimi, Amrabat, and a few other Moroccans for Spurs, please?
You're 75th in the queue.
We'll have to pay an extra 100
I'm 75th in the queue. That is very funny. Can I have it, but with a little bit more weight on him, because he's a bit slim, but I can fatten him up if you send him round my house. But I like it. He's a good player.
Højbjerg would get jealous now if he did that.
Anyway,
you know what though? There's certain players, they're so slim. They don't look like they eat, some of them.
You know what, Philip? Ellie comes on, all she starts talking about is the figures of these players.
The physical side. It's the woman in me. I can talk about their skill if you like.
We've got Carl Simpson says Dermot and Philip, and also Ellie.
Ellie loves the Moroccan. I do. I had the Moroccan cup of coffee today.
Speaking of Ireland, are you happy with O'Neill look,
We don't have O'Neill. It's Kenny.
I wish we did have a different manager
No,
than the
it's
Wally.
Michael O'Neill. Michael O'Neill has joined Northern Ireland. That's what that's about.
Yeah. Look,
Michael
I
O'Neill
think
Northern Ireland.
for myself, Philip, I think that's a good move for Northern Ireland, bringing him back.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it works.
Definitely. Martin O'Neill, isn't it, you're talking about?
No,
Michael
no,
O'Neill.
it's not.
Michael O'Neill.
Oh, Michael O'Neill. Oh, because
Manager of
Martin O'Neill's a bit old, isn't he?
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
is. Look,
still around.
for me, I think it's a good move for Northern Ireland. I wish we could get another manager, but we can't afford one. I mean, a
Why
cardboard.
don't you become the manager, Dermot?
They couldn't afford me, Ellie. They couldn't afford me.
Computer says no.
The computer says yes, but the FAI couldn't afford it.
Well, I think I'm nominating Philip then.
Look, for me, good move for Northern Ireland, but for us, we're stuck with a cardboard cut up of Stephen Kenny, who's worse than Nuno.
Yes.
And no wonder I'm going grey and bald, because Stephen Kenny's in charge of our national side. So if he stays in there longer, I'd be like Kojak by the end of the European Championship qualifying.
You'll be Greek then, because you'll be Telly Savalis.
What do you reckon to Hotspur there, Ellie? It says, I'd still take Ziyech.
I would, right. I don't care about the physicality of the player, really, as long as he can play football. And the boy can play. The only question mark over Ziyech, which I find other supporters say, but I don't really say, is that he doesn't work hard enough. But I actually think he does. Because, like, he cares, the boy. You can tell by his facial expressions and his mannerisms and the effort that he puts on the pitch. You know, you can see he's got passion for his country. Whether he does that for Chelsea, that's another question, because I don't really watch him a lot at Chelsea, because I don't particularly like Chelsea as a football club. So I don't really watch them, only when they play us. But having said that, I do like the player, and I'd love to have him.
Yeah,
because he's got skills, the boy.
I mean, Philip, I'll start with you, then go to Ellie. I mean, this first half, I'm just seeing the highlights now on the player, Philip. I don't know how much you've seen in the match, Ellie, but Morocco seem to have had good chances to be 2-3, 4-0 up, to be fair.
It could be, yeah.
I've seen all of it.
So what would you do, Ellie, Portugal-wise? What would you do for the second half?
I've been watching the whole lot anyway. But go on, Philip, you go first.
No, I think Morocco played this just the way.
If I was the Portuguese manager, right, I would say to them,
Hello.
They're gone again.
I think you asked Philip first, so.
No, go on, Ellie.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on, Ellie.
You go, Philip.
No, you've got the mic there. Go on, you go on ahead.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, we can hear you, Ellie.
Yeah.
Oh, Philip's gone.
You go on ahead.
Do you want me to take it then?
Yeah.
Okay, what I would do, I would say to them, right, really press them high. Yeah. Okay. I would say really press them high.
Ellie, you're there, Ellie. You seem to be going in and out. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear us, Ellie, but the players are now coming up second half. Bono is leading the charge. And the Portuguese manager looks pretty miffed. He's telling Fernandes that he wants Big Mac and fries for the second half and the chocolate milkshake. Morocco now running back onto the pitch here, thinking that's it, we're going to win. We're ended for the semi-finals. And I think they will.
I hope they don't freeze now, you know, when they realise they're 45 minutes away from history.
Yeah, they are. I would take Ziyech. He plays in that pocket just behind the striker, which we haven't got. Yeah, big up, Carl. Ellie's dropped. Ellie probably will be back for the second half, somewhere along the line. Right, Philip, where are you? I just need to Are you? I'm just at the kickoff now. So where are you now on your?
Hasn't started yet. Will they just get me?
They're just coming. The Moroccan players are coming to the middle of the pitch.
No, I'm actually freezing it at 45:06 in the start of the game. All right.
Okay, right. So let me do that. So that's now. Excuse me for a minute.
It started yet? No.
Sorry. Right, I'm 45:30 now, Philip.
Oh, hang on. I better let go.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
45:30. Hold on now.
Oh, I'm 35:40 now. Sorry. I'll pause it, Philip. I paused it at 45.
No, it's okay. No, hang on. I'm 45. And I'll go back a bit. What are you now?
I'm 45:50. Well, coming up to 46 minutes.
Yeah, I've gone under 40.
Yeah, I'll pause it. I'm 46:06 now, so I've paused it there.
Okay, 46:06. Okay, let it go. Let it go, Dermot, and stop it at 46:24.
Okay. Well, I'm now 46:40 now.
Okay, well I'll go forward a bit.
Portugal. It's sort of probably caught up with you now, has it, Philip?
46. I'm at 4. Jeez, I'm at 47:06 now. God.
All right, leave it. We're a few seconds ahead, Philip. That's fine.
Right. Okay.
Well, I'm 47:03 now, so we're about what 4 or 5 seconds behind
now. Yeah, I've gone to. Are you 47:18?
I'm coming up to it now. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 now.
Right, now we're bang on, right?
Bang on, yeah. And Portuguese are on the ball. And if I started the on-screen timer, yeah, I have, yeah. There we go. So Portugal now. Portugal have to attack now. They have to come out of the shell, Philip. And here's Morocco now. They break it.
Morocco get the second goal. It's really going to. Oh, lovely play. Well done.
It is. Oh, go on. He's done. I tell you, Morocco breaking with pace, Philip, though, to be fair. That's a free kick.
Yeah.
That's Pepe. It's all right waving your hands. You bloody Jesus. I don't know. Anyway.
I think they're all.
Yeah.
They're getting the Bruno Fernandes
treatment.
Oh, look who's
on the showing him on warming up on his own.
Mm.
He looks pissed off, to be fair.
He does.
I don't blame the manager. The manager.
He's dead right for making a stand.
Yeah. I mean, the Man United manager did the same. Portugal will have to move on from Ronaldo at some stage, and I think this is the time to do it.
He's not going to be there for the next World Cup, so ditch him.
Anyway,
now.
Morocco have got a free kick on the right-hand side.
Whipping it in with his left foot.
Yeah, he will. Can you hear us, Ellie?
Oh, yes! Oh, no!
Yes!
Oh. That goalkeeper made absolute hames of that. He flapped at it.
He did.
He's so lucky.
Jesus. He jumped like a starfish. So lucky.
Oh, that should be 2-0.
It should be 2-0. If you got any more connection on that, Philip, that would have been a goal.
Oh, boy. Great free kick from Ziyech.
Yeah, it really is, Philip. Here's Pepe now. Pepe now to Portugal now. Playing it round the back there, Philip now. Just Portugal seem to be playing a 3-5-2 formation. Well, they've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 5 sort of up front, 3 at the back, and then 2 in the
probably go 4-4-2 before long because they're going to have to push forward.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I mean, how long would you give it? Just keep it tight, Portugal-wise, Philip, for about 10, 15 minutes and then go for it?
I'd say give it 60, go to the hour mark, and then they'll bring Ronaldo on.
I tell you one thing: Morocco have absolutely done their country proud today.
They have. Win or lose now, they deserve
Yeah.
a hero's welcome back home.
Do. But it's made my point, like earlier, Philip. African football has actually improved.
Oh, yeah.
You got back to 78 when Cameroon first qualified for the World Cup. You go to 82, they were unbeaten. 1990, they got to the quarterfinals. And Cameroon were the four. He's coming on now. Ronaldo's coming on for. Don't know who's coming on for actually.
So we didn't wait that long.
No, Neves and Ronaldo have come off for.
Cancelo, he's going for it. He's putting up. That's the Man City guy, isn't it, Cancelo?
Yeah, and he gets the captain. There's Ronaldo's family now being shown on the telly.
Which one of his wives is that?
Probably
196th cap equals FIFA record.
Oh, he want to get the 200. He'd be at the next World Cup, I guarantee you.
Ronaldo?
Yeah.
No, he won't. Not in 4 years' time. No chance.
Well, how old is he now, Philip?
He'll be 41. He'll be 41.
I wouldn't put it. Well, Dino Zoff was in his 40s when he played in the
Goalkeepers get away with it longer than outfield players.
Yeah. Good save by Bono. I don't think somebody said the other day, Philip, that Ronaldo cannot accept his career's ended, and I think that's true.
No, he's a bit like Peter Pan. He thinks he's eternal youth, you know.
Yeah.
If he plays the next game, he beats the FIFA record for caps for his country.
Yeah, I mean, you look at. He's all about records, Ronaldo. He really is. If you look at Messi, again, you compare the two. Messi's not mirroristic, if you know what I mean. He just plays for
love of his country, not love of himself.
Yeah, and Ronaldo plays for the love of himself. And I think I was always split on the Ronaldo Messi thing, but look, for me, Messi all day long. You looked last night, the passion when Argentina beat Netherlands, the passion he showed.
Sure thing.
Yeah, and there's a couple of, I don't know who are they, Philip?
The guy on the left looks familiar.
Yeah. Hang on, I just need to change that. But anyway, I got a new monitor yesterday, Philip, and tell you, doing this watch along is far easier than it was on my old monitor.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's a bit more clearer for me.
I'm
not squinting.
Yeah.
And there's Pepe on the ball. Morocco 1, Portugal 0. Come on, Morocco. Let's do it. There's Portugal. What was it somebody said to me once, Philip? I don't know if you'd agree with me. That Portuguese were like the Brazilian side of Europe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Portuguese used to own Brazil. So Brazil used to be a Portuguese colony. So there are striking similarities between their play. And oh God, that's bad. Bruno Fernandes, what was he doing?
He's giving them a round of applause and a thumbs up for a great pass. Jesus. Do you know what? Dave said it the other day, Philip. As much as this World Cup's been entertaining, there's been something missing for me, and that's the Irish being there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Although I don't know what the Irish fans would have done with the no beer scenario. That might have been a bit difficult, but
we're very enterprising. Would have snuck it in somehow.
They brew their own when they're there, or something. They do something.
I don't know if you ever watched Yes Minister back in the day, Philip, back in the 80s. Or here's Portuguese on the attack.
Great at the keeper.
Good save.
Bono makes a great save.
He does, and yet they went. I forget where they went, and they set up a communication rooms full of alcohol. And it was saying Captain Walker wants to speak to you and all this. It was so funny. Minister for me is probably one of the best 80s comedies going.
That was good. Did you watch Heidi High?
I did. She passed away, didn't she?
Yeah, she died. She was great fun, that one, Zadis. She was really good.
I was saying to Devil the other day about a woman in Coronation Street. She keeps saying, I don't really know. And she passed away the other day as well.
Oh, who's that now?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Or she may have done a few years ago, but she was aging in Coronation Street back then, so
right.
God knows how old she is now. And the woman in Cheers passed away the other day, didn't she?
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And
Hang on, somebody coming in here. I'll back you in a minute.
yeah, and the woman at Fleetwood Mac passed away as well the other day, which was very sad. Anyway, Morocco, we're coming up to 55 minutes gone, and Morocco's got a player on the ground, and Ronaldo's there sticking his nose in, I think. Yeah, he is, yeah. I think Morocco are going to make a substitution here. Buffon is coming on for Morocco. Oh, they're just getting some tactics across anyway. The Portuguese are still surrounding the referee for some apparent reason. Just let the player get treated and let him get on with it. I mean, Carl Simpson said, I would take Zig. He plays. Yeah, I would too, Carl, to be fair. Look, I think he's a very good player for Chelsea, but we need that player. But anyway, big up, Carl, and thanks for everyone who's commented in, and get your YouTube comments in as well about the goalkeeper for thing. This looks quite serious. He's been taken off from the stretcher. I don't know why he's been taken off. Something to do with his leg. He may have pulled a hamstring, but he's been taken off. Sass of Morocco has been taken off now, which is, I think it's the captain. He done something to his hamstring, I think, in the last game, and he carried on against Spain. So I think this might be a continuation of that. So, yeah, Morocco, the player was off in the stretcher there, Philip.
That's Diaz. That's the Wolves player, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same player that pulled his hamstring.
Say, what do you call him?
Yeah, the captain, isn't he?
Mm.
But anyway, here's Portugal on the attack. I can't see Portugal scoring.
Oh, that's a bad miss. Who did that?
That's Ronaldo.
What?
No, it's not.
No, it's Ramos. That was a great chance. He was 4 yards wide with it.
Yep. I'd say Ronaldo
chances now.
Look, the longer this goes on, Philip, the more I'm thinking Portugal, Morocco are going to win this 1-0.
Jeez, what the huge bandage on your man's leg already.
Yeah. I don't know if he's pulled his hamstring, Philip. It looks like he has. There's Pepe. I mean, Ronaldo, for me, has done nothing since he came home.
Absolute one shot there.
Bar Mo.
No.
That's all he's done. Is
No, don't be trying the fancy stuff. Oh.
And that's it. Portugal were just playing it. There's something missing with Portugal. Oh, here's a good break now. Portugal now in the Moroccan area. Can you get it across? Oh, here come.
Oh, good
Ronaldo.
tackle.
Oh, look at that. Brilliant defending by Morocco. And that's Pepe. I tell you, the Moroccans are quick when they break, Philip.
Oh, it's offside. No, it's just offside.
Right offside, yeah. There's one thing about the Moroccans.
This is where they can score here. If Portugal have to call forward players, and they'll leave gaps at the back. So,
No, there's another player. Oh, for feck's sake, come on. Never feckin' touched him. No, I don't know. There's Fernandez anyway over the free kick. I've never noticed he's got very big ears, Fernandez.
Yeah, big ears, big head, big ego, big everything, big mouth.
Yeah. I'm glad you stopped there, Philip, because you could have carried on.
No, I was going to say, no, he's probably severely deficient in other departments. But anyway.
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, Philip, you've got a very weird mind.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Here's Fernandez on the ball now. He passes to Ronaldo. What can he do? Absolutely jackal.
1 hour, with an hour gone now, and still 1-0 to
Morocco can. I think Morocco would just sit tight there. Hello, who we got in? We got Ellie in again. Let's see now. Let's see. Ellie, can you hear us? I'll leave her in there. She'll come live. I'll tell you one thing, Philip. Portugal are just probing and probing and probing, and it seems to be like the wolf blowing down the tree house for the three wee piggies.
Bears, yeah.
Like they're blowing and blowing, and they can't knock down the house.
That was great defending there.
It was great defending, and a goal kick to Morocco. Look at the support behind that. Is that Portuguese or Moroccan fans?
It's hard to know because the natural colours are both red and green, so it's hard to know.
That's just great defending.
There's a Portugal fans now not looking too happy.
No, they're not. This fella here.
I'll give that guy his own oil well if he wins this game.
Yeah. I tell you one thing. He's only took the job over before the start of the World Cup, Philip, the Moroccan manager.
He's done a great job.
He really has. He's got Morocco have never been a side that have been like this. They seem to be more together than anything else.
Yeah.
I think
Portugal, they won their group, which was quite amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Portugal seems to be a group of egos. That's what it seems to be.
Yeah, that's a good cross.
And again, just too long and going nowhere. Ronaldo throwing his hands around like he's moaning now, saying to the player should have cut in, and I don't know.
Oh yeah.
He'd be wanting to become the next player manager of Portugal, I bet you.
He's 41 now. I can't see it. If he goes to play in Saudi Arabia or someone like that, that's a rest home for retired footballers out there. He'll just go to pasture out there, make his money and give it up. Not that he needs money.
If I was him, I would go to America.
He will make the money out there. There's a cap on salaries in the American League. But they're offering him 100-something million to go for 3 years to Saudi Arabia.
He's all about money, Ronaldo, isn't he?
And I'm sure he's not short of a power too.
Yeah, the possession here, 62% Portugal, 12% in the middle, and only 26% for
well, you'd expect that, the Portugal to come on to.
I don't know. I mean, somebody said earlier, England, when England won the World Cup, they played France, Argentina, and Portugal.
Yeah, that's right. There was only 16 teams in that competition.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're playing France tonight, and if they say that, oh,
look at Mr. Moaning Mini at it again.
Yeah, shouting and roaring, and should have scored. To be fair,
he was leaning back, just over the bar. No.
I tell you one thing.
Crying on the pitch when they lose.
Yeah. You mean you got Croatia who qualified, who beat Brazil. You're going to have Portugal. I wonder if this is going to be a World Cup of upsets like France tonight. I mean,
well, it is already because Belgium went out without a whimper. Germany have gone. Spain have gone. Brazil have gone. They're all teams you would have expected to be still in the competition.
Morocco are making the double change here. And Lamalaha and Nazier are coming off for Morocco. Do you want to say who's coming on, Philip, if you can see that?
It's hang on now. Come up now in a second. Who it is?
He's telling him to hurry up. Dave's taking his time. Do you blame him?
Chidera and Benoun.
Yeah. No, that Benoun player, now I've seen him before, Philip. He's not a bad little player, this fella.
Right, okay.
They got a few workhorses, if you know what I mean, like a real player that will.
That was some leap for the goal.
It was great goal as well.
That's him that scored. The goal scorer has been taken off.
Yeah, resting for the semi-final. I have to say the Moroccan fact. Can you imagine what it be if Morocco got to a semi-final? Jesus.
What? Especially if they play France, because Morocco and France would have history.
Oh, they will.
I can't see.
Do you know France haven't inspired me this World Cup either, Philip? To be fair,
No, but they've got the ammunition to do it. You know, there's some good players.
Yeah, that's the problem. Look, Brazil for me have been poor. As you said yourself, Argentina looked like apart from their defeat against Saudi Arabia, Argentina seemed to be the best team in the World Cup for me so far.
Yeah, well, they aren't. There's no flair to their team other than Messi.
No.
You know, and that's why I think England are missing a trick. If Southgate told the boys to go out, let them at it, the likes of Foden and Kane and Sterling and Bellingham, they'd rip any side apart. Yet they're not. They're told not to do it. Play too conservatively.
Yeah. Do you think football's become too defensive, Philip? I
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fear factor is there. They're scared of giving away goals, and results. And the managers get sacked if the team isn't winning. You know, and that's why they don't want to rather draw a match than lose it.
Yeah. Well, look, here's Morocco again, and the way they played out from the back is
He ran out of room there.
That's going out for a throw in. Portugal are panicking a bit here.
They still have 25 minutes left, plus probably about 10 minutes injury time, you know. So.
Oh yeah, or 15 minutes. You never know. Depends how much the referee's been paid.
Exactly. I say they used up the budget on your man last night. I'd say.
Oh, they fucking did. He was atrocious last night, Philip.
It's terrible. Worst refereeing. It's the worst case referee I've seen since Mike Dean did a match for Spurs.
He was blown for everything. Every 2 minutes.
He was smiling up. It was all about him. You know, it was just all about him. Should never be. Like Michael Oliver did the Croatia game, and he was very, very good. He was unfussy. He hardly know he was on the pitch, and that's the way the ref should be.
It's the first time I've seen him at the World Cup, Michael Oliver, actually.
No, he did another match as well, and your man Anthony Taylor did a match as well.
Oh, you can tell when he's on the pitch, he's another one that loves himself.
Referees that get refereeing matches at this stage of the tournament, they're going to be in line for the final should their host country not make it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd say Taylor or Michael Oliver will probably be in the short list if England don't get to the final.
Yeah. Who was the English referee for the 74 World Cup final, Philip?
Jack Taylor.
Yep. The man who gave the first ever penalty in the World Cup final.
Well taken, keeper.
Yeah, well stopped.
Yeah, Jack Taylor.
See if there's any comments here now. Just pop back in now. Oh, we've got a few here. We've got Wilton McDonald. Good evening, gents. I'm back in the UK, GB visiting family and friends. A bit cold. I say it would be for where you live in Miami. I say there's a bit of a difference.
Yeah, it's a bit of only about 40 degrees of a difference, I'd say.
Well, I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock this morning, and it was -3 outside.
Yeah. It's actually never got above freezing here, and it's foggy as well.
I'm half expecting us to get snow in the next couple of days.
Yeah,
Maxford. But anyway, Portuguese have made another substitution, so that's 3. So we're coming up to 70 minutes gone, Philip. Still, Portugal haven't really tested the
Morocco. The way I thought it would, actually. Morocco was sitting back, and to be honest with you, Portugal are not causing them too many headaches at the minute.
Oh,
the defensive lines are really strong and really, each guy's doing his job to perfection.
And it's a high pressing sort of thing, isn't it, Philip? It's more of a high pressing defense than a just sitting back.
Well, they're letting Portugal have the ball up to about maybe 40 or 50 yards out. Then they're hitting them.
And as I said before, it's how we played back in the 80s and 90s under Jack Charlton.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing that he was really the front runner for how teams play now.
Yeah.
Good
old Jack.
We had a great side back then. Oh, here comes Portugal now on the wing. What a good tackle. He's giving a free kick.
The yellow card.
Yeah.
Hakimi.
Yeah.
You heard the story about Jack Charlton going after the World, after he retired from the Irish job, going fishing in the Western Island.
I did.
And he'd go into a pub and he never had to buy a pint. But on the odd occasion that he had to, he'd write a check to the barman.
Well,
And
he
those
said
checks-
that
those
he
checks
said
were
that
never
was wrong. In
Huh?
an interview, Philip, he said that was wrong. He said he never
Yeah,
wrote a check.
I think it's folklore, you know.
Yeah.
But I reckon half those checks are still in frames or behind the bar at all the pubs in Ballina. You know,
I say so. He's a man that's very, very, very missed over here.
Yeah. absolutely.
Absolutely. Very sad the day he passed away,
Yeah,
which is actually 2 years now.
yeah. Poor fella didn't know where he was when he died. He got Alzheimer's. Oh, that was trying a cute free kick move there, like the Dutch last night.
Yeah. He kept calling Paul McGrath James, which is quite funny.
Apparently, last night in the BBC commentary, Martin Keown kept calling the Netherlands Holland.
Yeah.
Technically, Netherlands is the correct term. He kept calling them Holland. What do you expect from a Gooner?
Yeah, well, he's gone home today, thank God.
Has he?
Yeah. Him
Martin
and Jonathan
Keown?
Pearce, they said last night they were going to fly early, like in their morning sort of time.
Oh, right, okay.
So, it's a shame. I like Jonathan Pearce as a commentator.
Yeah, Clive Tilsley has gone home as well from the ITV. And apparently they've left some other guy in Lee Dixon. And Lee Dixon is supposed to be the most boring pundit there is, and that's saying something.
Well, I haven't seen any of the ITV, and I don't
No,
particularly
I don't have ITV here, but
no.
so I don't watch it. BBC commentary not too bad now.
Yeah,
except for
well,
that.
it's a shame Roy Keane can't come on to the BBC.
Yeah. Pity RTE don't get him.
Oh yeah, I don't think RTE could afford them. To be fair,
True.
I mean
Probably wouldn't
RTE
want
been getting fellas on
You bring Roy Keane on in the World Cup, and Saipan is going to be the first thing they're going to talk about.
I tell you one thing, Philip, we should actually do a show on Saipan and actually give the see and get Roy Keane on to get the inside story.
But I'd say there's more chance of oh God, finding holy water in an orange lodge.
Yeah. Well, apparently him and Mick McCarthy have made up, apparently. I don't believe that.
Good. Yeah. Keane only wants to half kill him now, does he?
Yeah, not fully. Well, look, he was right in a way, Philip, but I think in another way...
He was right, because the facilities were not up to scratch. I mean, that's the type of time when the Irish team was flying abroad, Dermot, the team flew in economy class, and the officials, like the John Delaney's of this world, that flew business class. There's something wrong with that, you know.
There is. But I think at a World Cup, I think you have to put all aside. Do you know, if he stayed, I think they would have reached a good stage of that World Cup, I think.
Yeah, you're quite right. See, they were planning to get to the final against Brazil.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. They could have done.
Look at the team we had in those days, you know, Roy Keane, Robbie Keane, you know, good team.
We should have beaten Spain that day when the chances we had. We missed 2 penalties, I mean, in normal time.
I know.
But we haven't had that team. Oh, it's gone over the bar now for a goal kick, I think.
He's giving out to one of the defenders or something.
He is. He's gone out for another corner. We haven't got the players or the manager to get into a major tournament at the moment, to be fair.
And you know, ironically, well done, goalie. We have 3 great goalkeepers.
Yeah.
We're not other positions we're not really well served in at all. You know, that's Kelleher and Travers. They're 3 good guys.
And that's another corner, 3rd one in a row for Portugal.
Starting to put the press on now.
Yeah, they're starting to panic. It comes in, and they've both gone over, dived in the box in the Portuguese. I mean, absolutely ridiculous.
I bet you it's Fernandez.
Yeah, there's FIFA have to do something about this, Philip.
I just ban him.
I mean, for FIFA now, they've been rubbing their hands. Do you know?
There's a break on from Morocco. Good ball. Great ball.
I'll tell you one thing. He's on a great chance here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, lucky.
That's what's going to happen. As Portugal push forward, Morocco are going to get more room at the back like that.
He had a player free on the right side there, Philip. If you gave it to him, he was in on goal. That's the thing I was saying. Morocco is so quick pushing forward. Ronaldo looks like he wants to burst into tears. Bless him. I hope Harry Kane has a good game tonight. To be fair,
I hope
Philip.
so. Hope so.
He hasn't scored at the World Cup so far.
He has, yeah. He scored against Senegal.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And Senegal, that was it. Senegal,
Yeah.
that's the team they beat in the last
Yeah,
round.
that's right. That's right. I think he's 3 assists and 1 goal.
Yeah, he's the leader in the assists.
Yeah, well,
In the assist race.
He's that'd be great for him now.
Yeah. And Joe Pickford is the leading goalkeeper for clean sheets.
Oh, right, okay.
3 clean sheets. England have only conceded 2 goals in the whole of the World Cup.
That's right. And there's no booking.
12. They've
There's
scored
no
12
booking.
and conceded 2.
Yeah, they should never concede those 2 against Iran either.
No, to be fair, no.
No.
To be fair.
No, somebody-
No. Well, 14 minutes left, Philip.
Tell you, it's getting tight now.
It's
You see,
squeaky,
Portugal
squeaky
right up
bomb
the
time.
players in the Moroccan half.
Yeah, I mean, for the Portuguese, it's squeaky bomb time.
They're playing 4-2-4 at the minute.
They are. Portugal, here comes across now for Portugal, well headed out from Morocco. Oh, yeah, here we go. And Morocco are going to break again. Oh, free kick, ref.
Free kick.
Thank
no,
you. Thank you. Yeah, he has given it. Has he not?
No.
Freaking referee, useless. The Moroccan fella's rolling around on the ground there. Anyway, here comes Portugal. Crosses it in. Good tackle.
That's brilliantly done.
It
Keep
is.
the ball.
I'm very quickly becoming a Morocco fan at the
Come on,
moment.
Morocco.
Go on, Morocco now. Gets it on the wing now. Can he bring it out? He does. Brilliant. Go on. Pass it through to him. Just go to the corner flag. Unlucky. Oh, dear. Very quickly becoming a Morocco fan here.
Yeah, I think everybody who's neutral will be.
I mean, it's ridiculous. The player there is rolling on the is asking for a stretcher. Yeah. And he's adding time on for that. I think we could have a good 10 minutes here, Philip, for injury time. But what a chance for Morocco there. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, just the ball got away from them.
Yeah. Oh, they're looking for a penalty. Was that handball?
It wasn't handball. No, hit him on the stomach.
Oh, well, I can only hope. I can only hope, Philip.
No,
Anyway.
no.
Bringing on another substitute here. Number 25's coming on. The Irish Hotspur, Morocco for upsetting amazing. Dave, it's been absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How are you guys ahead of me? We are watching it on the same channel. This is RTE, Dave. What do you expect?
Tell him you're 20 miles closer to Riyadh or to Doha than he is.
Yeah, I mean, my fiance's watching it on the TV. She's 3 minutes ahead of us. Me and
we're about 2 minutes behind, 2 or 3 minutes behind.
We're 2 minutes behind everyone, Dave. But anyway, hope you're enjoying it. Big up, Dave, for tuning in. And then Milton McDonald watching the match. We're about to see the first African side in a World Cup semi-final.
Yeah,
that is very true. History will be made today. And you've heard it here on THFC Till I Die. You're watching history on this watch along. And he said that's probably it, Philip.
The stage of the Alamo here for Morocco.
Yeah.
They're going to be penned in.
I think Dave's got his what do you call it, Philip, and top of the house. His satellite dish, just going the way to Doha. Well, big up, Dave. Thanks for tuning in. Means a lot.
What's that?
Well, 10 minutes to go, Philip. Are we looking at the first African World Cup semi-finalists?
Yeah, I still think it's twist. I still have a feeling Portugal might nick an equaliser here. It just depends how good their crossing is and how much the Moroccan defence can hold out.
Don't tempt fate. Don't tempt fate. Oh, well headed out. It could be a Morocco, England, or France semi-final. I mean, that would be I said it before. I said it on Dave's channel. Whoever wins will get to the final. And if you're watching, Ollie, I hope you enjoyed the game tonight. If you're watching, Ollie knows what I mean. Here's Morocco on the attack. Oh, what good movement. Oh, well done.
Good skill.
Showing Ronaldo how it's done. He's just showing up Ronaldo there. Oh, unlucky.
Ronaldo's done very little since he came on.
Ronaldo's all he's done is moan, put his arms out in the air, pretending he's doing the YMCA.
2 more subs from Morocco coming in.
Yeah, and just falling his ass half the time.
At a rough guess, I'd say these 2 boys coming out are not forwards.
Do you know what, Philip? I think you could be spot on there.
I think they might be. We'll be playing the 6 centre backs now for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah. We've got Buffon and Ziyech is coming off for I'm murdering these Moroccan names. I know I am.
So. Ziyech, yeah.
Yeah, I'm absolutely murdering them.
That's
He said to the referee,
we'll give you a pass on this one.
tonight. Yeah, and then we've got Jabanin and Akabulu coming on from Morocco.
Ooh. His friends and my wife's husband and daughter are in Morocco on holidays at the moment. So
I say that.
Time to go, didn't it?
I tell you one thing, I bet they're having the time of their lives over there.
Yeah.
I bet they're having the time. And thanks for everyone who's come in and watched us on this watch along. I don't know if Ellie can hear us or if Ellie's watching the game. But if you can hear us, Ellie, let us know. We've got 8 minutes and 42 seconds left. Plus about 55 minutes of injury time. If the referees, if FIFA goes right.
That's no, the ball away. Oh, what a save. Oh, brilliant save.
You're going to say brilliant save.
Goalkeeper.
Oh.
I'd say Bono just earned a Grammy for that one. I'll tell you that.
He really did. Bono's just wrote his best ever album with that save.
That's in the back of the net all the way.
Yeah, great save. This is Morocco. This is Morocco's game all day long, Philip. I'm telling you. I'm glad we picked this one now instead of the England-France game. I'm really glad we picked this one. It's been great fun to watch. It has. Oh, please get it. Oh, good punch out for the keeper. It's gone out for a Portugal throw. Here's Pepe on the ball now. Portugal, they've got every man forward bar about 3 at the back. Here comes Portugal again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 centre backs.
Yeah. Portugal will not be able to go home if they lose against Morocco. Ronaldo, you might as well retire because you're useless.
Oh, he gets a free kick for that.
Useless. Come on, referee. Conjure there. He only tapped him and he fell over like he was falling into the Olympics. I'll give that a 4.2 dive. There's a close-up of Bono there. If Bono's watching this for real of you two, he must be loving his namesake, Philip.
Yeah, probably charge him royalties for using the name.
He probably will be. Honest to God. Here's Fernandez now.
Oh, they tried to visit the Netherlands trick. Didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work at all. I'm so pleased for him. That's a free kick now. Come on, ref. Yeah, free kick to Morocco. Just take your time now. There's Fernandez, the moaning mini, as Philip calls him. I think that manager there, Portuguese, could be out of a job by the end of this game, Philip.
He's looking for a flight home on his own after this.
He will. Either that or Ronaldo will go and plump him one.
You'd not get a lift home on Ronaldo's private plane, that's for sure.
No. I do you know what? I just think, if anyone... that's a free kick. I think if anyone wanted the final debate on Ronaldo and Messi, I think this World Cup has just put the nail in his coffin.
Yeah, Messi by a mile.
Yeah, I would love to know the comments and the people if they think that as well. And Wilt McDonald said, "This is what the World Cup is all about. Each competition shows that the game is global." Yeah, it is. We shouldn't forget though why we criticised it while it was there in the first place. To be fair, and we should highlight that it still should be highlighted after the World Cup but I feel this World Cup has sort of some of the games have overshadowed it, Philip, to be fair.
Yeah,
you
true.
agree
Well,
with
I think the controversy will always overshadow this World Cup. But
Yeah.
there's matches like Netherlands and Argentina last night that will get people thinking about the football again. And, like a World Cup should be all about the football, not about the where it's been played.
Do you think having the World Cup sort of like in a one, like how Doha has done it, Philip, do you think that's been more successful than having it across the whole country?
Well, there's probably less traveling, but there's no choice in out in Doha because it's only a small country, you know.
Mm.
Not like
Crossing for
Doha.
Portugal. Oh, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Oh, it's gone out for a goal kick. No, it's not. It's gone out for a throw. 5 minutes left plus injury time. Ronaldo looks worried. He's going to burst into tears, I bet you, at the end of this game.
They're looking for a penalty there now, I think, for that.
No. The Portuguese players are on the pitch. Is this going to VAR? No. What's the referee giving? Is he giving the corner, Philip?
Corner, yeah.
The referee, the VAR, I don't even know if they're going to check that, Philip. Corner in. Oh, good header out by Morocco. Oh, well done again.
Yellow card for somebody in the Portuguese team.
Yeah. 2 right and all. Absolutely 2 right. This referee's been good for to be fair. To the man last night. He's an improvement.
But just come back to your point there about playing in all in one area. Like Qatar's only the size of Wales.
Yeah,
it means less travelling for the fans, which is a very good idea, you know. But it's going to be very spread out the next time, playing it in 3 countries.
It is.
Canada, the States, and Mexico. I mean, there's 2,000 or 3,000 miles of a spread there or more.
Yeah,
mostly the places on the West Coast, you know.
And there's a quiz there. I mean, can you name me the one country that's hosted the World Cup for the 3 times? Well, it will be 3 times in 4 years' time.
Mexico.
Yeah. 1970, 1986. They only took over in 86 because Colombia couldn't afford to run it.
Well, Escobar wouldn't pay the bill, would he?
Yeah, that's true. He was probably too busy filling in Maradona's order.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, dear.
Oh, Lord God. Oh, we could get done for libel for a lot of things we say in this channel, Philip.
Oh, it'll be all right.
Oh, dear. We just claim ignorance and we didn't know what we were talking about.
No.
Oh, Lord.
2 minutes left.
Oh, squeaky bomb time now is Fernandez, the moaning minis. Philip's going to call them from now on.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, that Portuguese player that scored a hat-trick, he's gone off now. He hasn't... They haven't done anything, Portugal, to really say they deserve anything out of this game.
Unless Fernandez just hitting the ball out of play and looking around to blame somebody else for it.
I tell you one thing. I think this is an end of an era. I think for Portugal, players and manager, I think we could be looking at
gone
it.
Anyway.
Yeah. They resigned looking some of them players knowing that's it.
Mm.
Fair play to Morocco, though, and Wilton's right. The first African semi-finalists. It's been a long time coming.
It has.
It should have been Ghana in 2010, to be fair.
Which only for Suarez, would it be?
Yeah, for his hand of God.
Mm.
I tell you, there'll be a lot of emotion now tonight. Now, I tell you what, I've always said it. There will be an African winner of a World Cup, and why not Morocco?
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know if there's any chat there that wants to be brought up, Philip. If you can see. Oh yeah.
Wilson McDonald says, "I'm jumping the gun here, but Amrabat is linked with a move to Spurs. What do you guys think? Sign him up,
please.
Sign him up."
I tell you who else has signed. It's the Argentina goalkeeper as well from last night, Philip.
Yeah, that's the Croatian goalkeeper. A goal for him as well.
No, I think the Argentinian. He's got that arrogance about.
Yeah, he plays for Villa. He's ex-Scum. He's ex-Gooners. He'll not come to us. Did
he play for Arsenal? Did he, Martinez?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
I'll get back off you. launches your Portuguese. Hello, Morocco on the attack here.
No, it was offside anyway.
Lucky.
No, he was.
How much is the injury time, Philip?
Hasn't come up yet.
Are they adding it up in the calculator?
They're probably 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Oh, another great save. Oh, well done, Bono. Jeez, that's another Grammy you've won.
That's 2 he's won. He's won 2 Grammys, Bono. Fair play to you.
8 minutes. Oh, my God. But then
I'll tell you one thing, Philip.
Do you know what they should do? They should, Paratici should go on and say, here, sign this. I want your autograph. It's a contract.
I tell you, I wasn't going to do watch along for the semi-finals, Philip, but I tell you, I'm definitely doing one now if Morocco get there.
Yeah.
I'd definitely do that one. And hopefully it's on the Wednesday night. You're free because I've really enjoyed today.
I'll be free. If it's Wednesday, I'll be free till about 8:15. That's the only problem, I have to go at that stage, but we'll see what happens.
You'll have to give the bingo a miss that night, Philip. Just call in sick, say you got the flu or something.
There'll be no one else to do it.
We all know, Philip, you're the sex symbol for the over 70s, but I think you'll have to give it a miss that night.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear. I hope Mrs. Brady doesn't take offense from me saying that, by the way.
Don't worry, she's in Dublin. I'm on my own here this weekend. She's playing bridge in Dublin.
So you're going out partying tonight for the Christmas party?
Yeah, the bingo crowd are going out. That's what I'm saying. I hope this doesn't go the extra time because I have to go. I have to be on a 5:45. We have to leave at. So I've got to get ready. But I'd say with 2 minutes gone of injury time, or there's no sign of Portugal making this breakthrough.
So Philip, try not to bring the channeling into disrepute while you're out partying tonight. Now, I don't want any news on the front of the newspaper tomorrow. Now, Philip out partying at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh no, I'll be home. Grab a granny night tonight.
Grab a granny.
Oh, red card! Oh, red card for one of the substitutes.
Oh no! Oh
Rocco.
no! Oh no! Oh no!
2 yellows and a red.
Yeah, he did deserve to go. To be fair, there's Fernandez moaning and shouting again.
Shut your fucking
goal, you idiot!
Oh no, it was a bad tackle. Right? It was a bad tackle.
It was fucking from that Fernandez, the moaning fucking mini. Honest to God, all he does is shout.
Now the problem is here now. If Portugal do equalise, Morocco down to 10 men for extra time.
Yeah, and also the other problem is I'm doing a watch along on my own because you're buggering off to your party.
I know. Oh dear.
Oh dear. You'll have to say I'm running a bit late, lads. I'll meet you there.
I'm not bringing the car because it's too frosty.
I don't blame you.
I went out this morning and turned back because the roads were just too icy.
Well, as I said, Philip, just try not to bring the channel into disrepute while you're out tonight. Now, don't any calls from the guards now in the morning. We've arrested Philip Brady, for loitering.
3 minutes 25 seconds. Come on,
Jesus! This is forever. I'm actually going to have a look at the telly. I'll be back in a minute to see where we are there.
Oh.
Well, no, Morocco's still winning 1-0.
How much time is it showing? What time is it showing on the telly, Dermot?
It's showing 80. Hang on, 4 minutes on the telly. 4 minutes left.
It's 3:55 with us. We're not that far behind.
I know. The RTE are fucking useless. Jesus, they can't even get the RTE player right with their own telly. I don't know. I don't know how Dave's. I don't know what time. If Dave is still watching, what time is it for you, Dave?
Dave's TV.
Yeah, will Dave let us know if it's over?
Oh, jeez. No, the Netherlands Argentina match is just finished on his.
Yeah, do you know what, Phil? I've really enjoyed this afternoon. I've really had good crack doing this.
Been great crack.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Morocco.
Honest to God. Well, look, the timer stopped in here on the player. So
there won't be a kebab shop. There won't be a kebab sold in Dublin tonight after this.
I tell you one thing. There's 2 in Gorey. I say they will not be opening tonight either. There's Bono now. Get them all up the field. It's telling the edge. Get them up the field. Get them up the field. Oh, go on, Morocco. I think they've gone into a 8, I think a 9 in defence and just 1 in
An
the behind.
8-0 and a 9-1, a 9-0-1. I think is at the moment. Oh, look at this! Come on! Oh, he hit it straight at the fucking goalkeeper. Oh, jeez, what a miss! Clean through on his own, and he put it straight at the keeper. Oh my God!
I'm trying to watch the telly as well at the same time, Philip, because we're coming up. We're about 10 seconds behind the telly. Is
that all?
Yeah.
Well played, man.
RTE must have listened to us moaning about their services and tried to rectify it. Listen, Dave, if you're watching it, man, let us know. Is it over yet? Just give us a nod wink here. Right, Philip, who's your man in the match? Was sort of like 6 minutes sort of away. Who's your man in the match?
I haven't been watching any real individual performances here, but I'll give it to the entire Morocco back four, I think.
Yeah.
Well, back 9, I should say. Yeah. But, oh my God.
For me, I have to give it to Bonner. It's some of the saves he's given.
Oh yeah, true enough. Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant.
And you know, he definitely will be getting his 2 Grammys after tonight. I mean, I don't know if they get anything in Morocco for like MBEs or something like that.
Oh, what happened there? Pepe's just headed wide from about 2 yards out.
Well, that just sums it up, doesn't it? Yeah. That's Portugal out of the World Cup now.
Oh, this was the chance of the game now.
Yeah.
Oh, how did he miss?
He's now complaining his arm's about to fall off, I think.
Oh.
And I tell you one thing, Philip, Ronaldo has done feck all.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. For a man who was supposed to be this great player, he's done absolutely bugger all since he's come on. Oh, Jesus, what are we now on the telly? We're 7:30 in injury time on the telly, Philip.
Only 5 seconds behind, but I'm 7:27.
Oh, this has been a great match. Really enjoyed this.
I'm on live now, 7:49.
Well, let us know when it's finished, Philip.
Oh, this has got to be. I'm going to put the volume up here now. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's all over.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
Morocco have knocked out Portugal 1-0. Portuguese. Is he crying? Is Ronaldo crying? That's all I want to know.
Not yet.
All right. Is he punched the manager? That's all I want to know.
His head.
Well, Morocco, the first African side ever to reach a World Cup semi-final. Absolutely. Ronaldo's walked off in disgust.
That is, I'm absolutely delighted. That is such a shot in the arm for football generally. You know, to have new teams like this coming through.
It is.
Brilliant.
I'm still watching, seeing what Ronaldo's doing. He doesn't look... He's trying to cry. He's pretending to cry.
I get the feeling he's walked off. I don't think he's even bothered waiting for the rest of the team.
No, he's doing what he normally does. He likes walking down the tunnel early after matches anyway. He's used to doing that. There's Fernandes. Absolutely couldn't be happier for him sitting on the ground in disbelief.
Yeah, good.
Portugal got what they deserved.
Ronaldo's off down the tunnel. He's crying now. He's in tears down the tunnel.
Oh, well, my heart bleeds for him, Philip. Honestly, it does. My heart does bleed for him. Well, look, that is... I don't know if Veli can hear us or not, but look, I tell you, what a match. What a watch-along to have, Philip. Absolutely brilliant.
That's brilliant. Great result. And you were dead right. You called it right. Morocco would win. I called it wrong, but I hope Morocco would win, but I'm delighted to have done.
Yeah, look, Morocco just have that. I just have this feeling about Morocco. Look, Philip, very quickly, I know you've got to shoot off to get your best suit on and your dicky bow on for tonight, and you know, to dance around the lamppost while Mrs. Brady's in Dublin. Your thoughts on the match and your thoughts for England-France tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, thoughts on the match was Morocco. They did what they did to Spain. They've actually destroyed the Iberian Peninsula in 2 matches. Yeah. And fair dues to them. And really, really delighted for them. and I hope they, they'll give England or France a go in the semi-final as well. They'll not be easy pushover. Tonight, I have a sneaking feeling England might just sneak it tonight. And if they do, it'll be hopefully Harry Kane does it for them.
Yeah.
I don't want any other teams players to win the match for England. I want a Spurs player to do it.
Look, I agree with you, Philip. Look, as long as if Harry Kane gets the winner, then fair play to Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick my neck out in the block here. And I know I have this banter with Mia about England and Ireland and England this and England that. I think England will win 1-0 tonight. And I think Harry Kane would get the winner. But I would not like to say that Morocco-England semi-final. That will be a tough match for anybody that gets Morocco.
This actually guarantees Morocco at least 2 more matches.
Yeah.
Because they're the semi-final, then the third and fourth playoff if they don't get to the final. So
I tell you one thing, I'm quickly becoming a Morocco fan. Absolutely. My team at the tournament. And look, Argentina for me will win the World Cup. I have no doubt. I've backed them from the beginning. But can you imagine an Argentina-Morocco final? A South American-African final.
Yeah. Well, there's no Fernandez now.
Was he still moaning?
There's Bono, the hero of the day.
Yeah. Well, listen,
there's some support with them. There's some support.
Yeah. I say there's a good 40,000 of Morocco fans in Doha tonight.
There's just 20,000 of them anyway. No.
And we've got Mia on
jump up
very
down
quickly.
now.
How are you, Mia?
I'm not too bad. Yep. I've just had a busy day today.
Yeah. Listen, Mia, Morocco have just beaten Portugal. Morocco, the first African side into a World Cup semi-final. Look, we won't be doing the match to the watch-along tonight. We are doing a post-match tomorrow for England-France. But what's your thoughts for tonight? Look, I'm going for England to win 1-0, Harry Kane to get the winner. What's your thoughts for tonight? And what would you feel about playing Morocco in the semi-finals?
I think that Morocco is a tough team to play in the semi-finals if we got them. But I'm not as, I don't know. It's really difficult. I think all these games from now are going to be hard. I really do. I do think they're going to be difficult. And I think as for tonight, I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. But I do feel like Harry Kane knows Lloris quite well and knows that he makes blunders. So I feel like that could be a factor of knowing a goalkeeper so well. I think that could really work for us. The only thing I'd be worried is if we got a pen, I'll be worried that Lloris would know Kane very well to save the pen. That's the one thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to shoot off.
Listen, Philip. Yeah, just hanging there for 2 minutes. Listen, we're going to end this up here. Mia, score prediction for tonight. Go on, give us one.
Oh, what my heart is saying and my head is saying is 2 different things. My head is saying like a 1-1 and it's going to go to extra time and they're going to ultimately win, no matter if they score in extra time or if it's pens. But my heart is saying 1-0 to us, to England.
Okay, just hang on there for a minute, Mia. Philip, what are you going for tonight? Score prediction?
I'm going to go, like you're saying, 1-0 to England. Tight game, but I think England might just, as long as Harry Kane gets the winner.
Well, I'm going, my head says France 2-0, but my other part of my head saying Harry Kane, I would love him to get one and get him, score tonight, and it will be about Harry Kane. So I'm split down the middle, but I'm going for a 1-0 win. England, Harry Kane will score the winner.
Well, unanimous then. Unanimous.
Listen, if England win tonight, I may do a surprise pop-up, Mia, so you may be getting a text later. We may do a surprise pop-up stream later. If not, we're back. Huh?
Sorry. How come you're not doing the watch-alongs? I thought we were going to do the watch-along tonight.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to watch the match with my fiance. Because we watched the Dutch-Argentina game last night, and she was on the Dutch side, so she enjoyed it last night. She found the Brazilian game very boring, which I think we all did. But that's why we're not doing it. So I may do a pop-up stream later. If not, we are back tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, once Philip's recovered from his partying antics tonight. And give a bit of time for Mia to get over her celebrations of England win tonight as well. And hopefully Ellie will be with us as well. She did pop on earlier. I hope she'll be back. But listen, thanks for watching this watch along. We're back tomorrow, and we are doing Morocco semi-final during the week. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, and God bless you all. And come on, you Spurs. Right, where's the app on? There it is.